welcome in. Sorare in the States again for the second time today, but who cares? We're not talking about that. Mbappe who, what, new cards who? We're here to talk about what matters. The MLS weekend is right around the corner. The playoffs are almost here, so it is crunch time for a bunch of these teams. Finally talking about things that I actually understand. We're going to talk some MLS. We're going to preview the weekend like we always do. Alex knows what's up, more important matter, and hey, who else than Thomas, the MLS Sorare scout, to help with this enormous occasion. How the heck are we doing, and are we excited?
This is the first home game we've had in Atlanta in a month and a half.
Wow.
I think that's about accurate because we got bounced from that one cup.
The most massive cup.
The most massive, yeah. Well, no, the other cup.
Oh,
the 2 leagues, one cup.
The least massive cup.
Yeah.
The preseason cup.
We got bounced from that one too by USL team.
Yeah, so. you could have played us if you would have won.
I know. Well, that's a big if.
Well, in classic Atlanta fashion, okay, it's just what they do. All right, yeah. They just don't do very good things. But hey, I guess we'll find that out firsthand this weekend, huh?
I mean, we're playing one of the teams worse than us.
That is
the
true.
Toilet bowl.
If it makes you feel better, the first home game in forever. And guess what? Atlanta United gets an incredible matchup against Trashville SC. Rest in peace, Hani Mukhtar. Dear Lord. But hey, it is what it is. Shout out to the ZM star himself from our road to glory. Just recently removed, but hey, he is checking in from the scrimmage. But yeah, dude, we are here to talk about what matters the most. Let's talk some MLS. You want to just get into it? Because Alex, we don't really have picks. We kind of did this on the whim. We literally stopped streaming like 15 minutes ago. We were like, you know what? Let's start up another one and talk some MLS. So that is what we are going to do. Let's preview the weekend, look into it, see what we can do, look at these matchups, and hey, maybe we'll win something. Who cares about PSV? I don't. Nonsense. But hey, since we brought up this, I didn't even plan. This is the first one that popped up on the server data. So let's talk about it. Atlanta United at home to Trashville SC. At this point, Nashville's just playing because they have to contractually. And Atlanta United just recently slipped out of the playoff line because DC United somehow made their way in. What? Anyway, Thomas, our Atlanta United resident himself, tell me about this game. And do you guys stand a chance?
Yes. I think this one should hopefully be a solid win that we haven't had in a long time at home. It's weird. I've noticed with Sorare data recently, the lineups are sort of out of sorts, right? Like
always
will be on the right, Amador on the left. But this will be the first home game for the Russian Messi. So I think everyone's really excited to see what he can actually bring. Personally, I had conflicts the last 2 away matches, so I haven't even watched them. Or actually, no, I think I just went to sleep for one because it was when we played the Galaxy. I was like, I'm not staying up to watch this.
That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah. And so this will be really, I think, the first time everyone gets a nice look at them. A lot of excitement to finally have him in the building. And yeah, let's hope that I think this is be one where it's just Nashville has been in a really downward spiral. I mean, Atlanta, they actually have a chance to start a win streak because we beat Charlotte away. And we haven't had, I think Doug Robertson, the beat reporter for Atlanta today, said it himself. We've only had a single 2-game, like a single win streak this season, like a 1-2 game win streak. I'm pretty sure it was at the start of the year when Gonzalo Pineda and Carlos Bocanegra still had jobs.
Back when before everybody jumped ship, before Jakob
I think they were kicked off the ship is a better term.
Yeah, something like that.
My question is, Jorge, what is stopping us from doing this? All right.
Oh, what is stopping us from doing what?
What's stopping us from doing this? All right, for 752. What's stopping us?
Oh.
Yeah, I basically have. Well, Rios, I don't think starts. I think Rios would be on the bench.
Really?
Yeah. So the last game, I think Thierry Rios is sort of the you don't know which one, but the last game when Rios was on the bench, Thierry started, but there's also been reversals where, so you're going the right direction. Sean Day is the more sure starter, and Schleich is already back from international break. Jay Fortune, he's another cheap pickup. I actually would even say you might even consider a double defensive stack with the way that Nashville's been playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Thiago Almada, so I'm slotting him in. I actually haven't picked up Renchik's limited. And I mean, I have his rare. I just haven't picked up his limited. I could. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till next season just because I feel like limited. I'm at that point where I just don't feel like there's much more value adding it to it, especially for an Atlanta stack.
Yeah, it's a little weird these days.
Yeah. So definitely have it as rare. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be one of those matchups that could be really great this week. I'm actually probably the most hopeful since the Chicago game where that was whenever the MLS special was happening, that this could be one of those 2-0, 3-0 trouncings.
No, I mean, it definitely could be. Nashville is just easy pickings. We just saw Orlando kind of take it to them.
Yeah.
I'm sure SKC could take it to them on the right day.
But all it takes is one slip of the mind, errant pass, Brad Guzan special.
Nah, he's been banging recently.
Yeah, right. He had an excellent game against Charlotte. He had, I think, 80-something points.
I think it was like almost 200s back to back.
Did he? And he stopped a PK. He stopped Paintsil's PK because I actually needed Paintsil to score that.
I remember.
Yeah, 284s back to back for Brad Guzan. Everybody's so ready to write him off.
Time to cash in. Well, he is officially eligible to be a free agent this offseason.
Sporting, we need a keeper.
Atlanta has an option. We could bring him back. We could bring him back.
I was about to say, do you have any insight on the Brad Guzan saga? Is it toast? Is it finally Cohen season, or
I think Cohen hasn't. Oh, there you go. Cohen really hasn't shown much in his starts.
Yeah.
He was good and he was decent in Open Cup, right? I haven't completely written him off. I think that he needs consistent starts, which he never really had the chance to do. He wasn't. I mean, it's like can you write him off when you think about the state of the club and the coach not knowing who's going to be the next coach and everything like that? That's kind of my only thought right there. So I think he has a contract, so he'll be back for next season. But I think you will see Brad exit and retire, and I think Atlanta brings in someone that's going to compete for a starting position at the goalkeeper. So you'll have sort of a Bono Miller situation, or think about the other
McMath and Beavers.
Yeah, McMath Beavers, even like Panico and
True Willis for a little bit, yeah.
Or Panico and Willis.
Or Pantemis and Crepo.
Crepo, yeah. Maybe it's someone that has national team minutes. Maybe we get Johnny Placide. Since everyone's talking about him on the streams lately. I feel like.
I mean, it's the time, right?
That'd be kind of sick.
And Alex, you were kind of talking that an Atlanta stack is like $7 right now for in season. This is one of those weird situations where normally people would write Atlanta off because it's Atlanta. They haven't had a great season, but this is low key a really good matchup. Like you already kind of said it. You have a really good chance, a decent chance at winning something with an Atlanta stack, which is going to cost you next to nothing. And in theory, they should eat. But are we going to get a Dax McCarty revenge game in this? Dax McCarty just announced his retirement. He's playing Nashville, where he just came from. It was a staple from the beginning. Does he play in this game? Like you would think he would want to play, right?
Off the bench. Fortune Jay's been really, really good. I'm actually really excited. He's someone that, even in the minutes that he had last season, I thought he showed well. In his last game, he scored the winner against Charlotte. It was a nice little goal, and I think this is one of those cases where he's now getting the minutes, finally breaking out, just because Mayumba's been out, and I think he fits the mold of the type of player more like closer to what Mayumba is than maybe what Dax. I think Dax and Schleich are more similar in their role in the starting 11. So you can maybe expect Schleich to sub out because I know he's been gone for international break. Although I don't even know if he got any minutes while he was gone for the. He played some minutes. He played like 8 minutes.
off the bench.
in 28 minutes. So, but still like travel and everything like that. So I think you see him probably sub in later in the game. Hopefully we're not chasing or anything like that.
Yeah, dude. It'd be real tough scenes to be at home for the first time in a couple of weeks and you're losing to Nashville. Is Nashville a rivalry with Atlanta? Are they trying to like make that a thing?
It's about as rivalry as
regionally
like, as the DC United Atlanta rivalry that was forced at the beginning of the Atlanta era. So I mean I think it's like it always has that memory of that's where Joseph tore his ACL and everything went to shit. But like outside of that, not really. It's maybe I would say like, you know, if I had to like rate the rivalries we have, I would probably say like Orlando, Red Bulls, Miami, Nashville. No, actually, no, Red Bulls, Miami, Charlotte, Nashville, something like that order.
Dang it, Nashville! You take L's on the pitch and L's in everybody else's minds too, because you were way down there.
Yeah, it might be personal bias too here because I've had Nashville cards. Like I've had Joe Willis's rare goalkeeper card for like 2 years now.
Right.
So I'm always kind of subtly like rooting for them because I'm like, God, just keep a freaking clean sheet. And
they never do.
Has it? No, I mean, it was good last year. Just not
they were solid last year.
Yeah.
Gary Smith was a very like boring brand of soccer, but he kept clean sheets.
That is true. They didn't win much, but they also didn't lose much either and concede. But yeah, you have your cheeky Atlanta United players like Red or Dead over here. It's been banging Guzan. It's a good chance to run them out.
Maybe Red or Dead should just pick up the rest of the Atlanta Crews so they can start.
I was about to say, yeah. If you don't have a stack, go ahead and pick that stack up because Thomas is struggling.
You got to share my screen.
Oh no! What did you do? Please don't tell me you just bought that Brad Guzan.
There we go, baby.
There we go.
Yeah,
I got to get little pieces. I'm not going to because like the attacking situation is going to be interesting. I'm going to run Denny and then I'll run something else.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like this.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I like this.
Little
D4 too.
It's weird to say that an Atlanta defensive stack is very interesting this weekend. It's weird to say.
Little
you don't get to say that often.
Yeah.
There we go. So like, and Brooks though is interesting because like, he was taking all these sets and corners whenever Pineda was in charge, but I think probably end of last month or 2 months ago, that's when Saba became the corner set piece taker over him.
Saba time.
And then he doesn't have Yakamakis, who was so lethal with his head.
Yeah.
To just send crosses in. So his role has changed a bit. He's not as quality of a defender as he was at the start of the year, but still good for decent AA.
Yeah.
Could take a corner or two.
Rest in peace, my Brooks Leonard Rare, who was just falling off of cliffs at the beginning of the season. Started so good. I was so excited, and it just all went to shit in classic Atlanta fashion.
How much is he now? Like $8 rare?
Probably.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
It's dirt cheap. I mean, like most MLS cards right now.
True.
Yeah, buddy. You could literally go build like a different team every weekend, not really take a hit in the wallet, and still come out pretty on top.
I do really think this is a nice buying opportunity right now. I think I was kind of like joking about this in the other stream earlier, where when you look at some of the rares for the big players like Messi, Bouanga, Schulte, they're at the 90, 95 of 100 right now, which means when, come December, January, when people start caring about MLS again to start building classic teams.
Oh, it's going to squeeze.
There's nothing on the market other than what people are listing.
There's
a lot of cards on the market, but it's still going to at least provide. It's funny, and I feel like this is what I notice about the Sorare community sometimes is the short-term memory they have. Because if you recall last year, this time, or maybe like a month ago or something like 2 months ago, last year, people are howling about how could Sorare keep minting cards when there's. We're all trying to sell our cards to get ready for the new season. And it's like, okay, well, we managed to actually mint all the cards we can mint. And now you are the only ones that can make the market for approximately a month, 2 months before early access comes around.
Yeah. It's a little harder because,
Yeah.
as far as everybody else is concerned, Classic is dead, even though it's
Yeah.
really not. No, I agree. It's a perfect buying opportunity. Just with sentiment being so low, and we kind of joked around it, we're like it turned around 180 really quick today.
Yeah.
There's definitely some opportunity, and even after Leagues Cup too, because I've been
Short
keeping a
memories,
close eye on rares, and even after Leagues Cup, you saw some players got too cheap, where like they would score at the weekend, and like people would look at it and be like, "Holy crap!" and they would just start scooping them up. There's been a little bit of a bump. It won't last long, but that just tells you that it's time to start shopping for next year, maybe. Especially if you want to move up scarcities right now.
Yeah, I need to pick up a Hartel. That's the one that I wish. It's like I saw them move and I was like, St. Louis are kind of bad. They play a Red Bull-esque style of soccer, and I'm like, oh, he's quite good. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Oh, good old Marcel Hotel. Yeah, we'll get to that game, but yeah, we talked way too much about Atlanta United. This was a mistake. Anyway, dude, there are some big rivalry games. Talking about rivalries and asking who's a rival, because we have one of the biggest games. Is hell is real. Cincinnati are hosting Columbus Crew. Boy, Columbus Crew are probably going to come out of this game pretty freaking mad. I'm not going to lie. I feel bad for Cincinnati, even though it is in Cincinnati, which is technically a hard place to play. Miles Robinson is suspended for this match. Their defensive woes continue. As hard as they try, they keep trying to bring people in. It's just not enough. Columbus Crew have something to play for thanks to Romero and Zawadzki. Not his fault. Romero's fault. But either way, after the chaos of last week, Alex, how do you see this game going? Do you think Cincinnati have a chance the way their season's gone? Like, they have to be pretty down in the dumps.
This is like a short-term down in the dumps, though. They didn't have Lucho. We got to remember that. And he should be back. And I will also say, whenever I bought my rare, I was super happy. I thought that was the best price I could get. He is half the price that I bought him for.
$80.
Yeah. So
wow,
he's cheaper than Gould now. He's one of the cheap. He's like $10 off Orgiano too. So if you're gonna buy Lucho, now is the time. I don't think it gets any lower than this, especially with him probably starting.
I brought this up a couple times too. $10 for limited.
$74 for his
insane. But yeah, I think the Crew's gonna win.
For this.
Yeah, I think the Crew's gonna win. But I don't think it'll be too bad. I think it'll be like 2-1. They'll win, but I think we're forgetting how good Cincy was about a month and a half ago, pre-Leagues Cup.
Right.
Obviously, the Leagues Cup drop-off is a thing. We've seen it multiple years in a row now. But I think at some point they have to turn it around, and they're getting their guy back. So it makes sense. And how good Orgiano's been playing, too. They sort of have two weapons where they used to only have one. So I'm going to go 2-1 Columbus in that one.
I want to hit on the Lucho price. Like, it's wild to me because it feels like people forget that you still get one classic card in your in-season lineup. It's like,
and wouldn't Lucho be the one you kind of want?
Ooh, that's pretty good. Or is it just that, like I said, classic stats? So, that's a good price for classic.
But that's why it's such a good buying opportunity, right?
Yeah.
It's like you zig when you zag, like you buy when there's blood in the water. Like if nobody that's exactly why.
And this is like last February, whenever they announced the in-season classic changes, people were freaking out. I was buying. I mean, honestly, I said, cool, I'll take some cards at discount. I think I went and bought Click for pretty cheap and then sold them for like 5x. Like, I was like, because 2 weeks later, people were like, oh, classic's fun. Like, I was like, yeah, like, I was like, okay, thanks.
Yeah. I bought Cleach for $8 last week, and he banged a 90 for me and won me a tier 3. And I think he's like back up to 20 now. So it's like, it literally takes 1 week for them to bounce back in price. So again, Lucho, it will take 1 week. He has a decisive in this game, and he's back up. So you have about 2 days to buy him. If he doesn't get decisive, even people will see him playing and he'll go up.
And it's funny because I feel like we've been bringing Lucho up a lot because it has been crazy. I don't remember if we talked about it on a show or after, but it's like Lucho just signed a long-term contract with Cincinnati. He's like their guy. He's their superstar. He's done the European thing. He's getting older in age. Like he's smashing by himself, regardless of what the team is around him. Like, for sure you're getting it from him. And like these prices, like you said, you can use one classic and in season. This is the card when I've been toying with the idea of owning 3. Like I just bought one a few weeks ago, which also halved in price, whatever, 20 to 10. But it's like, I want to buy 2 more. Because why would you not want to run 3 Luchos when you know what he can do? Guaranteed decisive. He's going to be the game winner for this team. It's weird.
Yep.
Also guys like Christian Espinoza who were like $100 at the beginning of the season. His scores haven't really changed much, and now he's $10. So it's just like it's the market, but sometimes it's just getting way too cheap. It doesn't know when to stop going down.
Yeah.
So.
Espinoza is interesting because like San Jose is. I don't know if they're mathematically eliminated from playoffs yet.
If they lose this weekend, I think they are.
Yeah, I mean
they have Vancouver.
They're unofficially mathematically eliminated from playoffs. So they have 4 or 5 more games left versus like if you get even a team that makes it into the second round of playoffs, like you have 3, 4, so 8 to 9 more games left.
Yeah, I mean at least 2 in the first round of the playoffs. So like 7, 8 games left of the season.
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit of it's going to be a little weird for those midweeks. I was kind of scoping out the schedule in November because, they have the rule now where you have to have 10 teams that are covered right now for this season.
Yeah.
And there's going to be potentially some cases where like 8 teams play in the midweek. And so you'll all actually get the challenger competition, which is annoying as hell.
We're going to play one of those specials.
You have to play some specials. Get ready for the specials.
Feels so special when you play the specials.
so
special.
So potentially it could be a little less than that. It just depends on how the MLS playoff schedule rolls out, and I just haven't taken the time to actually.
Oh, and there's an international break somewhere in between there.
There is, yeah.
Yep.
The MLS has playoffs right through international break. Love that.
Yep. Huge. So do you think that players are going to stay back? I think a majority will.
I think so. Like, I think Cucho won't go to Colombia if they call him up again.
At that point, like, sorry, not sorry, but
he didn't even play a minute. Did he even make the bench? Like,
I was thinking about it today, and I was like, I'm going to go look. I didn't look, but
yeah, he didn't. He sat out. I had him in like throwaway lineups, and he got benched.
Yeah.
Well. Hey, at least they're getting call-ups. Now they just got to start playing. Thomas, do you like playing players from games like these where this is going to be one of those scrappy games or it could go either way? Obviously, you play your Cuchos and your Luchos, but outside of that, do you ever feel like confident playing anybody else in these games because they could literally go anywhere?
So I've changed my playing strategy a little bit recently, where I basically did a little data science work to figure out which teams have the most synergy, as I call it, when it comes to their matchups and being at home. So like so I'm putting Lucho. I am putting Lucho in a lineup, like one of my priority in-season rare lineups. Right. With like a bunch of LAFC guys. And I think who's the other one? Oh, I can't remember who the other one is. But to get to the point of like Cucho and Rossi, I was doing some work and I said, hey, it looks like Columbus has a lot of great synergy with Charlotte FC if you're thinking of a offensive stack and a defensive stack. Because no, I don't think this is going to be a clean sheet game, but I do know that both teams are away and that Charlotte's playing at Montreal. Maybe that's not a clean sheet game, but it's also a team that hasn't necessarily played well. So I've been using that as my strategy to kind of pick out my lineups. It's the same thing I'm doing for like my Atlanta Rares. I'm pairing them all with Toronto Rares because they happen to have overlapping home games pretty often. Nice. It's sort of like it's a strategy I like to use, but I just needed a way to I needed to actually automate how I could figure this out instead of just going through 20 tabs in Sorare data and trying to figure it out. And so I don't know if that answers your question, but that's more so what I'm looking at. I'm not necessarily like thinking like, oh, should I throw in like Zawadzki or should I throw in Schulte as my goalkeeper? Like Schulte is going to always hang out in U23.
That's where I keep them too.
Yeah, that's where I threw him as well.
Shout out to Detroit Bad Boy, talking about Columbus here. Perfect timing. Yeah, we did. We opened our cards. We did a stream before this. We did a little focus specifically on opening. So we went through with ZM Star Alex. We all opened some cards. Alex pulled a couple special editions. It was great. And Daniel, of course, they better have early access openings for the next MLS season, or we riot.
We're gonna do.
flip
We're gonna do
The
100
expectations
each.
are set. The expectations are set, and now they
I
can
mean-
only disappoint us.
That's the game,
Exactly.
and we have MLS cards. So if we're there, just because we're opposite schedule from everybody else, okay, we're unique. We're a fancy, unique little butterfly that no one's ever seen before, and we need some love too.
We're each gonna rip 250 cards when that happens. So that'll be a mega stream.
Yeah, definitely, possibly.
We're all hanging out in Atlanta this weekend.
Yeah. Can someone go hang out with them as Hell's Real and post
Yeah,
pictures?
someone go.
Yo,
Someone's got to be there.
next year though, that is one of the ones that I'm trying to get to. So if not this year, next year for sure. I've been to Columbus, but I haven't been to Cincinnati yet. So it's a stadium I need to knock.
You're not gonna go to the I-70 Derby in KC?
Guess I
That's
got to
a
make myself there
terrible
eventually too. Yeah, that is
That's
awful.
what it's called. The I-70 series is what it's called for
That's
baseball.
awful. That's a horrible name.
And this is why we don't talk about SKC much. But you know who we are going to talk about? DC United hosting NYCFC.
That's not
DC
much
United now above the playoff line. Wow, Atlanta can't say that. Neither can SKC. But hey, NYCFC ain't been doing great either. Santi Rodriguez has been a ghost. Are we just avoiding this game entirely? Unless it's Benteke? Like Benteke should kind of dunk on NYCFC, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm captaining him in one of my lineups.
Ooh, Benteke captain.
He's been fantastic. You can pull up his scores if you want. Like his L10. I know it's not L5 or L15, but his L10 has been like wild. He's finally picking up this sort of late season form that we saw at the beginning of the season. Where he's putting up basically a goal a game instead of spreading everything out like he was. And so he's sort of like a must play at this point with their matchups upcoming too. And the fact that they're fighting for playoffs, he's going to be trying extra hard to win those duels. And so, yeah, he's got really good.
Does he have to try hard for those duels?
Well, he's going to try a little bit harder. And he got the new contract too. So,
yeah, he's there for the long term.
Yeah, his price is. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's a matchup that I did not like. Benteke and DC, I didn't think it was going to go as well as it has, but like he seems to like it a lot there, and he's done so well. I think he's Golden Boot leader right now, right?
Yeah,
I believe so,
somehow,
yes.
some way, Benteke is still.
He's just 20 chances. All you got to do is make one, right?
That's it. And
his BCM's been going down though. His BCM's been going down.
He actually hasn't had a few in a couple games.
Yeah, I have him in my.
He just passed Chicho.
Willem 2 stack lineup with Benteke, and then I think one of the St. Louis defenders or midfielders. So I'm hoping he bangs it in.
Yeah. How are you, Alex? I know you were new NYCFC boy early on. How are you feeling about them now? Like, what's your temperature on this team? Because Jay Blaze ain't here to defend his team. So,
well, it went from me playing full stacks, and now I do pairs. So what I was doing was I was going Freeze Gray. If it wasn't out, it was Freeze Martins, and I threw Gray and U23. But the main thing that I have been running is Santi and Martinez, because Martinez has been lights out for a few weeks now. He's been incredible.
He's suspended this weekend?
I believe so. No, it's Fernandez. Fernandez is the one.
Oh, it's Fernandez.
Yeah, Fernandez is out. And so Martinez will play. He's not guaranteed because Bakar could infiltrate at any minute, but should start based on his form.
This feels like a defining game of the season for New York. And the reason why is because this is going to be the first game without Matt Freese, right? Do we know if he's done for the year?
Let me check. They took a while for them to say something last time.
Yeah, I actually didn't hear what his injury was. I just knew that
it was knee. It was right knee.
Yeah. So it's gonna be one of those cases where is Barraza going to be able to step up? He didn't have a great showing in Leagues Cup. I mean, he got basically benched because of that one game. So
he won them a penalty shootout though.
Did he have a game where they gave up like 3 goals?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's the one he started because it was great because they like tweeted like, yeah, we're like they tweeted something that's like, that's right. There's the younger 19-year-old guy from the Eastern Europe scored, and they're like, look at this guy, and then it was sort of like, and that's when it all fell apart. Like 3 goals in like 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for Cincy. Yep. I will say it's an MCL sprain. It says 3 weeks. So
3 weeks. I mean, Brad Gazan tore his LCL and was back in a month.
Whoa! Not everybody's Brad was on there. Let's be real. But yeah, NYCFC is winless in 6. Yeah. If that tells you anything, they've only lost 2 of them though, so they are getting results.
But they're also playing.
But it ain't great, Chief.
They're playing a lot of away games right now, right? Because they have so many home games to start the year. They're sort of like this inverse Vancouver, who like Vancouver has a great finish to the season, but then
all at home. Yeah.
New York had a great start to the season because they had 6 consecutive home games.
Yep.
Which they won. Most of them.
Yeah. So
yeah. NYCFC, they have 2 away. Well, actually, NYCFC have 4 home games to close the next 6 games, and they have 2 away. Away to Red Bulls, which is tough.
I mean, that's like
away to DC.
That's like a home match, though, because
they also play Philly, Miami, Cincinnati, and then end the season with Nashville. So talk about a mountain to climb for this NYCFC team. So this almost becomes like this DC game like is a must win for them if they want to hold on to whatever they have going on at top of the East because it's getting tight. This is a must win for NYCFC.
And I will say, United. I don't know if we pointed out, Cleach is suspended. He is on yellow card accumulation, so he'll not be playing. So that definitely could affect it. But I don't know. This could be a draw. I really don't.
Yeah, this is one of those hard to predict. Good luck. May the odds be in your favor.
Yeah, this isn't really a fun game. I won't be watching, so it's fine. I won't have to deal with
it. Exactly. But not a rivalry game, but still should be a fun match to watch at the weekend. You have Inter Miami hosting the Philadelphia Union. Word on the street is Messi is primed for a return any day now.
God, just make it the Atlanta game. Just make it the freaking Atlanta game. Like, so Atlanta play. I'm jumping the gun here. Atlanta play Miami.
Always about Atlanta with you, Gene.
And last year he was a no-show for the freaking pizza. And this. I really hope he plays, maybe off the bench, because then I'll be really excited for Wednesday's game, for more reasons than one, right?
Yeah. I will say, is this our last chance to get him for under $30?
Messi?
Ooh, yes, that is true. The Messi price. As soon as people see that he starts playing, he's most likely going to shoot back up.
164 for a rare. Jesus.
Hey, and remember, once we get to 1,000 subs on the YouTubes, we're giving away a Messi limited card to one of you beautiful people that watch the show.
I'm not going to lie. After stream, I'm going to have a lot of contemplation on whether I buy him tonight because, like,
you just placed a burden on my shoulders.
Yeah, the fact that this.
Hey, now we're all going to bump the Messi price for ourselves.
Damn it! You're gonna tell myself no more money in. Oh, we lost him.
Going to buy Messi.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Fuck Messi. Anyway, but Messi will be back soon. Miami have just been dominating. I've been waiting for the fall off, but it has never come. It is just not there. And then word on the street is Andre Blake is out again.
Yeah.
For the Philadelphia Union. What the heck happened to Andre Blake?
Yeah, that came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, that was pretty unexpected.
Was it from the international break or just something at practice? Because I know Jamaica probably played friendlies or something.
1 second. I can get the news.
When is the call up for the quad stream? Whenever you want, dude. Hop on right now. I'll send you the link. Screw it. I don't care.
Okay. It says
Blake. What happened to poor Andre
Blake?
It's a
groin injury day to day.
It's always his groin. What is this guy? Does this guy not stretch?
Like... No, apparently not.
Have you ever heard of stretching, dude?
But it said he's day to day and he's 50%. So is it Rick season?
No, it's never. I mean, is it Semele season? Because I thought he was like booted. I thought
he was so expensive at one point. Oh my god!
I thought he got banished to the Shadow Realm, didn't he?
Look at how expensive he was. He was $70 at one point.
We'll have to see what Deke says later on.
Oh
yeah, Deke will give us the insight for sure. But yeah,
Dude, Andre Blake, man. I won him early in the season. I sold him before I sold him right there. I got a good price. And then I bought back in. I FOMO'd back in. And once again, granted, I wouldn't have played him this weekend anyway. Like, I'm not playing anybody against Miami. Like, there's just no, there's no reason in my right mind I'd be like, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play a keeper against Miami.
Jorge, you have to buy him. I'm sorry.
I
Share my
know!
screen. You have to buy him.
I know.
He's $11.
I know.
He's 11. I'm gonna buy him if you don't. I'm gonna buy up every single $11.
To be fair, I need to buy a 2021 because I have like a basically Philly collection. So I've been waiting for the floor to be the 2021. How much is that? 20? Say $14. What? I need one for $11. Anybody that sells me one for $11, I got you. But dang collections, man. They got me to collect. They don't want me to collect. Now I got to go buy a 2021 because my Andre Blake is 2021.
You're buying him before this run because that's a nice 3-game run.
Yeah. Whoa. NYCFC,
every game
Atlanta?
is not gonna lie. Every game for him is a good run.
Atlanta's gonna score 20 on him.
Yeah, we'll
20, probably 25.
Yes. But this is what I'm saying, man. There are some players that are so freaking cheap. It just don't make sense. And I know Classic is scary. And it's Classic's dead. But shut up and buy a freaking Kyle Wagner for $11, dude. Get over it. Just not Semley. Don't buy Semley. Is there any world where Philly wins this game in Miami, by the way?
Nope. Zero chance.
Zero, yeah.
So,
Suarez will score 2 with one leg.
Like if Miami's losing, they'll just sub in Messi.
That is true. They have that kind of asset in their pocket, right? They're like,
I think he'll
break
be on
in
the
case
bench.
of emergencies.
I think he'll be on the bench. Don't ask me why I think that. Just I hope he's on the bench.
Why rush him back? Because didn't he come back to practice and then went back out?
He had the flu this week.
Oh, is that what it was? The flu?
Yeah, the flu.
Quote unquote. Oh shit.
What is it with you and the balloons, bro?
I don't know. When I do this, it does the balloons. Do it again.
Air quotes.
This is my show and I don't have the freaking power, dude.
Imagine not having power. You used to be able to do the thumbs up and stuff.
Whatever, dude.
Look what I may be making look like a fool right now.
We're all just like, hey, dude. Hey, what's up, dude? Just incredible content we got over here. Server in the States. Don't ever miss an episode. You'll miss all the gold. But yeah, good luck to the Philadelphia Union, especially without Blake. Blake tends to keep him in most games. Does anybody know about Jack McGlynn? And what the situation is? Because he was on the bench for 2 games. Stupid
reasons, yeah.
Out of nowhere, he just hasn't been making.
I wonder if he was. Starting. I wonder if he was up for potential transfer.
Oh, yeah, that could have been.
That would be the only reason I could think is that he was maybe getting looked at. So
I would assume he's good now, though.
Yeah.
And then also, just off the top of my head, do we have any news on Ty Baribo? Because he was away with Israel for international, and he didn't play because he got a knock.
He is. Curtin said he'll be available.
Yeah, I think Curtin gave a pretty overall sum of the weekend who's available. I think he said pretty much everyone except for Blake, right?
Yep. Well, Blake is questionable, but
yeah,
everybody is guaranteed to be available besides Blake.
Okay, good. Yeah, I put Baribo in my international because I was like, hell yeah, Peru and Ty Baribo, let's go. And it didn't go great, Chief. It did not go great. Womp womp. You know who it's not going to go great for this weekend? Maybe it will because they'll surprise you. CF Montreal are hosting the Charlotte FC. While Charlotte has scoring woes, defensively, they're solid. But CF Montreal, on their day, they will cause chaos, especially if Joseph isn't playing. Because rest in peace.
Joseph is chaos. What are you talking about?
Used to be chaos.
He's still chaos.
He's the embodiment of chaos.
He's a different form because he's getting told by the coaches calling him out and everything like that. But it's still chaos.
Joseph's a liar.
Chicken and rice, man. It's
Joseph Martinez lied to me when I talked to him and assigned him for my team. Oh no!
It was like, "This is not the man I signed." That's like the quote.
Hey, put him off the bench. That's a guaranteed goal.
Right? Like,
I remember
he stood him up for dinner or something. Like he was like, "Oh, he promised he would pay for pizza," and then he just didn't. He just forgot his wallet at home.
Goals and
Such
he
a
did not bring
dramatic
goals.
way to free. I mean, maybe it's just like the way Google translates it, but like it was so dramatic.
Oh man, it is what it is. Yeah, rest in peace, yeah, Montreal. They're trying things. They made some moves. They brought some pieces in, but like their season's basically done. They're just playing to cause chaos at this point. And Dino Smith came out, said that a lot of people are available. Everybody's ready to go. So Charlotte FC should roll up. Pretty full squad there. Does anybody have Charlotte winning? Is this a draw? Like, are
I
you
have
guys?
Charlotte getting a clean sheet.
Oh,
I
you're
do
back in the
too,
clean sheet,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying earlier. I paired Malanda and Kalina with Cucho and Rossi.
Yeah. I have Kalina with Gold, Hartel, and Suarez.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but I didn't put him with the Columbus stack, but Suarez is old, so he'll score.
So old where? Because we all thought those knees weren't going to work until they did.
Well, they aren't working, but he's still scoring. That's how good Miami is. He doesn't have to have knees to score.
Yeah.
Boston
wow.
Sean, what's up?
Montreal has scored 4 goals in their last 5. So
Wow.
that tells you
Wow.
anything about how Montreal is in form. It ain't looking great, Chief. And yeah,
That's a club record, right? Since Drogba, post Drogba,
1
era?
win and 2 wins in 8 games for Montreal. So they're probably about wrapping it up. This is Charlotte for the taking. It is a race between Orlando and Charlotte for that 4th spot, that home playoff game.
That's what happens when you trade Huon. You decline.
Yeah. And there's already talks about Huon being a free agent and on the move, so he might not even stay in FC
Wasn't
Dallas.
he supposed to go to Dallas? Or
He's
at Dallas.
He's at
Okay,
Dallas.
yeah.
He got an assist in his debut. But yeah,
That's
I was
right.
listening to something where he's like one of the highly sought free agents right now. Where like
Sporting
apparently
League.
Huon's on the
How
top.
is this? Okay. Is it just because he's fast? Is that it?
Yes.
Like,
It's MLS, of course.
we just need you to be fast. Look how that worked out with Jurgen Damm.
That's what Mark Davis did. He only wanted to draft players who had like run a 4.340. And so he wanted everybody on his team to be fast.
That was like my college football NCAA strategy. I would just play the option. I just find the fastest quarterback in the entire pool of players. That was like 2 stars.
Oh
I
man,
would truck every team with the option.
dude. There was a couple of those college football games back in the day where like, yeah, it was the option was so broken all the time. You just go out wide, you run the line.
All you got to do is get the timing perfect, and then it was an easy win.
Yep. But yeah, greetings to Boston Sean. Ooh, 1 special card out of 19. Hey, better than no special cards.
That's not
It
horrible.
was 2 for 15.
Yeah, but I hope you had fun. Yeah, everybody on this exciting Sorare day. I hope you cracked open some fun stuff. If you got anything good, let us know in the chat. Let us know what you opened up. It's all exciting. We're all here for it. We're all cheering you on. And shout out to anybody who got that Jude Hollow because that thing is nice. Nice.
Wasn't me.
It definitely wasn't me. But yeah, run out your Charlotte defensive stacks. Montreal seem to be very woeful at this point of the season. Again, Charlotte attack.
You know what
Maybe
this
not,
game's going to be?
but
This
definitely
is going to be a Waterman 3 clearances off the line type game.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. Hey, Charlotte defense, Seattle attack.
yeah, I think that'd be a pretty good strat.
That's a pretty good
Who
strat.
does
Pretty
Seattle
good
play
strat.
though? And we don't know who's going to be in goal this weekend for Seattle either, because
Fry's like back, but like
Fry's
50?
projected 55%, so it's a toss-up.
yeah,
it's like a risk it for the biscuit if you want, but you're setting yourself
Yeah.
up for pain potentially. Especially because what's his name has actually been pretty good.
Thomas.
Thomas? Yeah. Thomas has actually been pretty good too. So I mean, if you can get away with holding Fry out, not risk it for a little bit longer, then why not? Why not? Oh, this will be a fun game that I won't be at. Orlando City hosting the New England Revolution. Not gonna lie, Chief. Carlos Hill scares me because our defense is shaky as heck sometimes, and leave it to Carlos Hill to do some nonsense outside of the box. But Orlando City has been finding their form. They've been playing well. A few hiccups here and there, but we should be full strength. No need to worry. This should be a win in theory. But New England Revolution has shown that they have a little bit of fight, a little bit of scrap. Against New England, Orlando has always kind of struggled. especially in the Carlos Hill and Gustavo Bo era. Dear Lord, did they shred us to pieces all the time with that. So yeah, this will be an interesting game. I do have it going to Orlando though. How do you guys feel about this? Without your bias's opinion, Boston Sean, I guess. I won't say it out loud, but I guess.
I think Sean might like. No, y'all got it. Y'all should have it. Y'all have been in good form. The fact that Ramiro Rinque has beat out Muriel and Maguire still fascinates me, but Muriel's horrible, and they also gave him. I think they gave him a higher FIFA rating than Cucho this year. So
shut up! Did they really?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Stupid thing,
dude. He hasn't even played.
Yeah. What was the stat category that they padded to bring him higher than Cucho?
Whining,
dribbling, maybe.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, Messi. Number 2, Giroud. Number 3, Suarez. Then number 4, Lucho. Number 5, Busquets. Okay. Buanga, Alba, Hill, Forsberg, Mukhtar, Lloris, Cucho. Oh, Cucho and him have the same rating then. Huge, Gould, Arango, Herrera, Insigne, Berkey, and then Muriel. God. It's like the clown in the line of soldiers. It's like Evander below, insane. Bernadeschi below, insane. Kuipers, there's the love that we need.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah, so that's every gold player for MLS. Or like the top 20, whatever it is.
I don't know. I'd be more mad about the Muriel thing if Enrique and Duncan went during the thing. It's kind of a good problem to have. Like, oh, Duncan started off hot, kind of slowed down. Ramiro stepped up. Muriel hasn't done anything. So it's a good problem to have. So if Ramiro, he's like what, hasn't scored in his last 2, I think. So he's kind of starting to cool off.
Oh, bench him, yeah.
So I wouldn't say bench him.
Just cut him.
But so in the last
get rid of
3,
the salary cap, free agent.
It hasn't been great. Look at this. Like, how are you gonna this? We love this, but hopefully Duncan can do this at the end of the season.
Okay, look at Hugo. Okay, if you love that, go look at Hugo Kuiper's run then.
Was that Leagues Cup games? Like he's just this year's Leagues Cup forward.
No,
he's Bongi. He's Bongi.
It was right before
Leagues Cup. 24.
Look, that's St. Louis, bro. That's Leagues Cup.
This was into Leagues Cup, baby. It started before Leagues Cup, and Duncan was gone at the Olympics too, which helped him out.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly,
he's washed.
Orlando's not like the type of system that has ever benefited strikers, like true strikers like that. Like we had Kara, he was fine, but he didn't really do much. Like our striker position hasn't always been great, other than like anomalies like Duncan McGuire, DK.
Yeah,
just never. That's why all these Oscar rumors. I'm like, for what? Like why? It's not gonna work out.
I'm like half convinced that Oscar is somehow involved with the Chinese Super League match fixing scandal.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling up the scores.
And like none of these scores are actually real. There's just someone that just posts them to Opta and they're like, yeah, looks good. All right. Oscar
like, don't get me wrong.
I'll
take those scores.
Oscar doesn't even exist. He's actually just this made up person that plays in a made up league.
Shanghai.
It's just, I mean, and I agree. It makes sense, right? Because Orlando has a really like big Brazilian like contingent, and like we had Kaká. Like there's just a lot of Brazilian.
Oh, he's washed. He hit 41.5. He's washed.
Dang, freaking washed, man.
All right, maybe not.
Okay. Perfect for Orlando.
The move would technically make sense, but come on, man.
Like, it's like, what was it, Pellegrini? He had amazing scores over in, was it Swedish league?
Yeah.
Like it was at this level. Maybe not as high, but close to it.
Yeah, he was
like,
this is insane.
so I wouldn't, I mean,
99 elf.
It's like when Thiago Martins came over to New York City and everyone just dropped him like a rock because they knew that he wasn't going to get the scores anymore.
If he gets minted, I swear to God.
Come on, let's be real. That's one of those mints that Silver would be like, you know what? Let's just forget about it. Let's just ignore it for 8 months and pretend that it's not there. You're going to forget to mint him. Oops.
Heck. Yeah.
R.I.P. Gabriel Peck.
I think just to kind of maybe end on the Revs game. So I think that the Revs are just really all over the place right now. You don't know if they're going to be a 5-0 team at your home, right? Like they beat out Montreal, and you don't know if they're just going to get smoked 2-0. Like it's just very unpredictable right now. Classic Caleb Porter. We played good game. We just didn't come out on top.
Makes sense.
Oh, R.I.P. Caleb Porter. Actually, he's not even going to be here. He's suspended.
That's right. He's suspended.
Is there an Indeed application to be the coach?
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I hope so.
Oh man, I forgot to upload it.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the clip of Caleb Porter just calling out Don Garber and calling him basically a clown. And I was gonna have it on here so I could just pull it up for like every little reaction, but I forgot. We'll have it for the next episode, I promise. But yeah, it'll be Rest in peace, New England, man. R.I.P. Detroit bad boy got a Saka, Holland, and Mbappe, Vinny, and 36 more stars to rip. To stream at 8.
Damn.
What's that, dude? That'll be crazy. Y'all better go over there and clip a bunch of those.
I ripped the Nico Gonzalez.
Oh, congratulations.
He's at Juve right now, right?
Who?
Wait, who am I thinking of?
Who?
I ripped the dude from Porto.
While you're figuring that out.
Oh, I'm thinking of Nico Gonzalez, the one that's plays for Juve. He played for. Maybe there's like 2 Nico Gonzalez's. There's
Does
Nicolas
it say that he used to play for
Sounds
Porto?
like a really common name.
Yeah, there is. So there's Nicolas Gonzalez. He plays for the Argentine national team. He played for Fiorentina, and he's now at Juve.
I have this Spanish guy, Nico Gonzalez.
Which I don't think Juve has cards still. So
he's all right, but I just kept him because I want him as a tier 2. He's a little trophy that I kept.
yeah.
There you go. This game, I'm just gonna avoid this game like that. Maybe not. Get your Sean Johnsons out there. Toronto FC
100%.
are hosting Austin FC. They have drones in Austin. Okay, John Herdeman has access to them via Wi-Fi. Toronto FC, another one of those teams where on the given day, they kind of come out, it's like, wow, Toronto. And then sometimes you're like, holy crap, does anybody on this team know how to play football? And you can kind of say the same thing for Austin.
This is the one where I'm hoping that I get surprised. So I was mentioning earlier, I'm putting Toronto and Atlanta players together. This is why I think they could. But you don't know which team you're going to get, right? You don't know if you're going to get Toronto concedes 3 at home, or do you get Toronto where Bernadeschi and Insigne pair up and score 2 each or whatever. Right? It's frustrating because they're a team that talked about all season adding the pieces to make this team complete, and they just did nothing.
Yeah, they literally did nothing.
Like this, other than like they got Larea back, they added Matty Longstaff, but that was at the start of the year. I think they picked up one player, like a center back, but I don't think that's going to be impactful. They still never got a number 9. It's a weird team. Like I don't really understand what their strategy is.
What do you mean? They have Canadian Championship Golden Boot leader Owusu.
There we go.
Speaking of
Canadian kind of okay.
No.
No.
Oh, trying to get my flag?
No. The real question is Bernadeschi suspended for this game or nah? Because you never know.
He is not. He was
the rare
suspended
one.
for the last game.
Oh, Bernadeschi. How
you're playing your Bernadeski's and you're playing your Sean Johns.
Yeah. So I think I have Bernadeschi, Insigne, Sean John, Miranchuk, and Lennon.
Yeah, that's not a bad team. Yeah, like Osorio just hasn't been the same. He doesn't really score the way he used to. Larea is cool, but there's just better defenders around the MLS. How are we feeling on this Austin team, though? Because I've been staring at Stuvie, been staring at him. Driussi, just waiting for him to come back.
No. Yeah, they're just it's like I don't know if they bring back Wolf for another season.
Yeah, and
I think they're similar in some senses to Orlando, where they struggle to score at times. Even though they have the pieces, but they also have been defensively sound. Stuver's been one of the better keepers this season. I could see them slotting in 1 goal, but I think this is still a 2-1, 3-1 Toronto win.
Yeah. In theory, yeah, Toronto should have the upper hand.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin has only won 1 game in the last 5. So it ain't looking great. While they do show some sparks, they win the games they're not supposed to. Like you're like, oh yeah, Austin against LAFC, of course they'll lose. And then they beat.
Well, I mean, it's that's the thing. It's like they surprise you. You don't really know when they're going to win. Like you don't know if this team is going to be just suddenly amazing. It's sort of like Atlanta. They lose to, or they tie Chicago Fire, but beat Miami at home. Like, give me a break.
And Columbus too, right?
Yeah, we beat Columbus at our place. Beat Charlotte away, right? Like, just unpredictable. You don't know which team you're going to get.
And that's why we love the MLS, because just every once in a while you're just like, whoa, what? Yeah, toughest team to predict, especially on Sorare too. Those are the teams you just want to avoid.
I think
I don't even think I own an Austin player.
Yeah, I would say like Stuver would be the only one that I would want to own off this Austin team. I do have Alex Rings midfielder card. He was something I picked up for super cheap when I used him for Cap 240 pretty often, but
RIP.
I think I threw him into just a lineup where I didn't have any other midfielders.
I will always say that the guy to own is my GOAT, John Gallagher. It's been a while since I brought him.
I like John Gallagher,
but he actually he hits peaks, but he's like Tafari, where it's like peak or bust. And he played striker a few games too, so like
yeah, that's the thing. He's such a odd player because he was a striker in college. When he came to Atlanta, they moved him to left back, and that's where he started playing left back. But like he still can run up the wing, and you can play more like a wing back if anything.
He does have forward cards.
He has forward cards for $4.
Yeah, because that was the season that he started. Probably not.
Yeah, 5 points better.
Ooh.
But he doesn't have that peak.
The peaks aren't as high.
Yeah. The clean sheet's a little boost.
It is. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, John Gallagher's not bad. Also, what is it? Rio? Who's that other Biro? He's kind of was it you that brought him up a while ago?
Somebody brought him up. It was AJ.
Oh, it was AJ.
He brought him up like on one of the first draft streams.
Yeah, kind of had an eye on him for a little bit too, but yeah. Do we think Stuver stays another? Is he on a contract for another year?
I think he likes Austin a lot. I think Austin's. I don't think I saw him on the free agent list, so they must have him for at least another year.
I've been staring at Stuver this whole time, like I want to get him, I don't. But then I'm like, I feel like this Austin team is going to get blown up and just rebuilt. And
I just love at the start of the year when they picked up Cleveland, everyone's like, "Oh, it's over for Stuver." And
he had some great scores at the start of the season.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you looked at a lot of the advanced goalkeeping stats, he was one of the best keepers. He's also, I mean, he had the most shots against him. Last season, like it was pretty bad. But
hey, you still have to save him though.
But he was saving them at a really high rate. So
yeah, shout out Trippin' B, who has been a Stuver stan for as long as forever. Shout out to him. I miss Trippin'. Detroit Bad Boy coming in with his 3-1 to Crew though. I can see it. I can definitely see it. Cincinnati, no Miles.
I need Lucho to at least score one.
Yeah, can you let Lucho score?
Yeah.
I don't care if you win. Just please score. Give me something.
So then his price goes up from what, like $3 now? Something like that.
Well, I did the perfect sober thing where it's like I didn't buy him when he was smashing, but I bought him when he was injured. Except now I don't get to use him. So it's like, what the
heck?
You
get to use him this weekend.
Now though, that's what I'm saying. Now's the time, baby.
So you're saying that we buy Muriel because he's not smashing, then he'll smash?
No chance. No chance at all.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, it's gonna be Lucho and Cucho show. That's about it. Maybe Chicho.
I want to say it was last year at Cincinnati. Or maybe it was earlier this year at Cincinnati. But there was a game where Lucho was just it was magnificent. Like his play was just fantastic. He was all over the field, dribbling through so many players. Like he was vibing so well. It was fun to watch. And then
Are you talking about Miami from this year?
No, it was the Hell is Real Derby. I want to say it was probably the beginning of this year.
Yeah, it was this year.
Yeah.
3-2.
That game was wild.
Oh, wait, that was last year. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Joao Paulo's out this week.
This one.
Jack Woodward is asking. I think Joao Paulo's out this week.
Yeah, Joao Paulo's out 2 to 3 weeks. So.
Yeah. Joao Paulo is injured, unfortunately. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Atencio season.
Atencio and Vargas.
And Atencio. Yeah. But either way, let's talk about this game real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this one because who would? San Jose are on their way to Vancouver. Vancouver, who was gutted for international break, now have their guys back, but they didn't lose. They kept an FC Dallas to a 0-0 draw. Shocking. Do you think San Jose comes up here and puts a whooping on Vancouver?
No.
Like, because Vancouver's defense is just so bad, man.
not.
And San Jose has proven that, like, when they get after it and they put their like foot on the pedal, like they can score.
Like I think Gald's going to be really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of who's going to be the one he's connecting with.
Brian White's still out with concussion protocol too.
White's out, so it's Fafa.
Fafa's been incredible too.
You know who they have back? They have who's the guy that went to Colombia? Caicedo. Caicedo's back with the club too, so he could sub on and score.
Dude, who would have thought Fafa going to Vancouver and then just like, look at this.
Yeah. I had looked at him for getting him for the midweek. I'm glad I didn't, because I think I knew he was out because of yellow cards or something.
What is he, like $1 right now, maybe?
Probably.
$3 rare. And I mean, without Brian White too, like it's basically the Fafa Pico show.
Yeah.
For $3, man, that's not a bad little pickup. Yeah.
Not bad at all.
$10 forward.
$10 hauler.
We're gonna go for it.
$10 make you holler. That's right.
Nah, I think you could do better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is definitely the time if you're going to get Vancouver, like they have the best closing of the season out of all the teams.
I think everybody should own a Gould at this point, and if
Yeah.
you don't, you should go get one while they're still like $12.
I think they have
It's cheaper than that.
$10 for new, or for old, $11.20 for new.
They have 4 consecutive home games to close out the season.
And those games are the Cascadians,
Portland, Seattle, Minnesota, LAFC.
Yep.
Portland's nice because they concede a bunch. Minnesota has just been a trash can. And LAFC
LA
is
might
down.
rest. They might rest.
That's
LA
true.
might rest.
Oh no, wait, they have RSL too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's a way
Right.
though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, it's not a bad stretch. Yeah. And that's another thing we're going to have to start considering soon is like how many of these teams at the top, like Miami, LAFC, like how many of them start to kind of rotate into the end of the season, try to get people healthy, keep them refreshed for the playoffs. Did we get a lot of that last year? I don't remember.
not really.
I remember Miami resting, but they rest like
I
every
think
other game.
their teams are still competing for the top of the table for their division, right? So you have to consider that.
Yeah. What is it at the West?
Because
I mean,
LAFC is 4 points behind LA Galaxy, but they have 2 games in hand.
Yeah. I mean, RSL's on a free fall. Colorado.
I think really like it's just getting that number 1 spot will be big for LAFC. They'll want that. I think if they're able to, I mean, it's going to be really close. That's why this, we'll talk about in a second, but the El Tráfico, it's going to be really fun.
Yeah. We'll talk about it right now. We got what are we doing? Yeah. Get your Vancouvers. I guess you guys are up on Vancouver. I'm just so down on Vancouver that I'm just like, ugh.
I think there's only a few players you get from Vancouver. This isn't a team that you stack with.
No.
They're
No
very
chance.
unpredictable in the midfield because you just don't know who's going to be the other one, right? And defensively, as you mentioned, like I don't think they've had like how many clean sheets this season?
Oh, and you know who's a free agent from Vancouver who's going to go to a great team next year, hopefully. Hopefully he goes to one of your teams, Ryan Raposo.
It's true.
We need players. We need 20 players by the end of next
Alex
season.
is like, please, I'll take him at SKC.
I'll literally take anybody. Anybody that has like 8 AA on so rare. Yeah, let me get them.
You mean people that just step on the pitch and just kick a ball around?
Yeah, just
Literally
don't,
that simple. That's all they got to
don't concede a penalty.
do. Jack Woodard wants to know if Frey is back. He is 50-50. He is able to play. Whether he does play or not is yet to be seen. But he is right around the corner. If you have one, hold him. If you're thinking about picking one up, now might be a good time. But let's talk about this other banger of a game. LA Galaxy hosting LAFC. I forget where I saw the stat, but LAFC has found a way to completely nullify the Ricky Puig experience. Ricky Puig has not had a decisive against LAFC for the last couple games now.
Yeah.
He is not there for the moments, unfortunately. Are you still running Ricky Puig out? And who are you running from this team? Are you running both? Are you hedging your bets 1-1? Are you leaning LAFC, LA Galaxy? How are you
So
feeling about it,
I have a rare stack in season that's Lloris, Palencia, and Bouanga. And then I have my limited players, which are Puig and Jovic. So this one's interesting because, like, I don't know, maybe it's just people that are looking at the past games and not really paying attention, but because Paintsil's out, Jovic, he's been back, but he was injured for a little while with his hammy. So if Paintsil's out, he's the natural person to take over that number 9 spot, right? So I don't know why, other than just people see, oh, he hasn't played in 5 matches for a start. So I think he'll get the start this weekend. I'm trying to figure out what this lineup, like what this formation looks like with Bruce. Like,
I mean,
yeah, this is
where,
kind of expected, in my opinion.
This is where I'm confused. I don't know how Puig and him are going to play together because I guess similar to maybe how they were lined up for the last game when they had Paintsil, it would be my guess.
Right. Because, I mean, Paintsil with Jovic should be a like-for-like swap, basically, shouldn't it? Because Paintsil's been playing the 9.
Paintsil is playing out of position because I know he likes to be a winger. So so I think this is right here is actually the starting 11, even though they have 33%. I think I am that person. I am that 33%.
Are they going to?
No, I agree. I don't see why Jovic wouldn't be the one to step in there. I mean, unless they put Royce at the 9. They could just let him camp the box.
I toyed with that idea. I just don't feel like that's likely. Like, why would you not go with someone that was pretty solid for you for most of the season until you got injured?
And who's no stranger to this game either.
Yeah.
My thinking was Puig down the middle at the cam, Fagundes, Peck, and then Royce up top. That was my thinking. That's what I think they'll do. I don't think that's what they should do, but I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, because I don't really see Puig moving to the wing. Like, I feel like that.
Yeah, I think that's just the Sorare data site being weird.
Yeah, because then Fagundes is center mid. They're not. Yeah. I feel like they can't load up too many attackers.
Yeah, I would say because Peck will be on the right, Fagundes on the left.
I can see them sacrificing Fagundes and maybe playing Royce at the side.
Yeah. That was my that's
the one game that he did come in that I was watching, he did play on the left. He was pretty sure he was playing on the left. So maybe he goes out there.
Yeah, so Fagundes, and you have to remember Fagundes was actually the odd man out for parts of the season. Whenever
he's been playing so good. He's been playing so good. Like, how do you bench him? Like, he's been integral.
Austin did it.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess.
But it's also like maybe that's not a bad person to have off the bench, especially if Jovic is dealing with a hammy recovery, or you want to get some fresh legs on. So it's going to be hard to predict. I think Puig is obviously there either way. I'm taking a risk with putting Jordy there. Jojan. What's his first name?
Dejan.
Dejan.
Yeah.
Dejan.
How have you? No, go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say, like, on the other side though, how have you guys been feeling about Giroud? Like, from the little bit that you've seen, like, how are you feeling? It feels like he's like kind of isolated up top by himself, just kind of walking around.
I think it's also he's only played with this team when they've had congested or odd fixtures,
the weird lineups.
Yeah, so they're almost not able to put out their full 11 to start with.
Right.
I feel like this could be the big game for him.
I think it's another case of where LAFC plays so fast and he's so slow that a majority of their chances are going to come from counterattacks and stuff like that. And so they don't really build up play as much as most teams do. So he has to wait for that. And so
LAFC likes to counter, right?
Yes. They're probably the best counter-attack team in the league.
Yeah. So
yeah, if they can start building up play, especially in this game where they need to score, they need to win this. Sure, you could definitely get involved. I agree.
Yeah, I got Bouanga captain.
Same. He'll get it decisive for sure.
Speaking of Bouanga, though, that have you guys peeped that Bouanga price recently? Nobody buy one until I buy mine, because I've been saying I was going to buy one for days and I haven't yet. But I've been looking at it. Dear Lord, is that price getting cheap? Granted, there's that risk that he's not here next year.
Oh, he's back up now.
Oh, dang it! Is it?
He's $13 old season.
I thought they signed a new
Or
contract.
$15. Sorry.
He signed it last year.
Yeah, through 2020.
But-
He's not going to leave. He's not going to transfer.
No. Well, in that case, what the heck are you guys doing to let Buanga get down to that price? Well, obviously for me to buy him, but after that, why is he at that price? Dear
Don't-
Lord.
Don't look at. Oh, I traded for him. Good. Okay, you can't see what I bought him for.
Oh, we won't talk about all those early Buanga. Hey, sometimes you just got to pay to win, right?
Yeah, man, I won him.
Oh.
That helps.
I make spreadsheets help me win.
And dashboards.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. Don't worry, I won't forget. I got a plan for those soon. Hey. But yeah, good luck. Hey, everybody watch El Trafico, regardless of who you're rooting for, who you got, LA Galaxy, LAFC. Those games very rarely disappoint. So El Trafico is always a good time. We'll definitely be tuning into that this weekend. First, if you're gonna tune into anything, that's one of the ones. Hell is real. Watch those games. Everything else, you can put it on in the background. Like this one. Colorado hosting the Portland Timbers. Actually, not this one, because this one could be just goal fest.
This will be a fun one. This is
Actually.
I think Evander is the best performing MLS card this season.
He is. He's the number one. He's the most expensive too.
Ooh.
And I feel like he doesn't get talked about that much.
No. I mean, freaking
By
Neville's always coming out like, hey, what about Evander? Like, hey.
Oh, he's not
Evander,
going to
you're doing
play.
great
Comes
things.
out and drops a 90.
right. Like it's like all the pundits are like they're talking about Cucho Luch. I mean, maybe it's because they're actually winning shit, but still, like Evander's been phenomenal.
Oh yeah, lights out.
And like I think they got an offer for him from
It was
Qatari.
Flamengo, I think. Oh,
No, the
sorry.
Qatari
They
league.
had Brazilian
But it was
interest
a
at the beginning of the summer. but
joke. It was a joke offer.
It's 12 bill, right?
Okay. It
was less
was
than
a
what they
joke
paid.
offer, but Evander wasn't in training for like 2 days. And that doesn't happen unless there's smoke where there's fire.
But-
So it's like if he didn't show up to training and like there was a move on the table, it's like, how real is this? And is Evander's time in MLS short-lived?
If Portland, it's Qatar, right? So Portland are going to want to make money because they know they have money.
Right.
And if there's a league that's going to overpay for a player, it's going to be Saudi League or it's going to be Atlanta United. So, but it. So I think like you can reject those offers and call it a joke because this is the same league that's overpaid for players in a lot of other cases and you're talking about someone that has numbers, Lucas Zelarian.
No, Lorian.
Yeah.
I literally just pulled him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And so the amount of money that the crew made on him, I mean,
they got Rossi.
yeah.
And some would
And
say
they-
Rossi's been on Zelarian, to be honest.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be a goal fest. I think I was seeing someone was saying something about Mora. I don't know if he's available.
Is Mora
I
out?
don't-
Dude, Felipe Mora too, man. Just this attack, just a Portland Timbers attack. Like Crapo,
Yeah.
we don't talk about Crapo.
Mora's
I'll
good
get
to
down
go.
on Crapo.
Mora's good to go.
Pantamis would
Morris-
never.
Okay, good. Because I have him in a lineup that I need him.
Yeah, he's
So,
good to go.
Nice.
Which almost, dude, Felipe Mora's been playing better than J-Rod. Like J-Rod
Yeah.
started off nice, but man,
Mora, I think, was close to the Golden Boot total at one point. I know he's missed some time stepping on people's faces, but
I mean, he has 13 goals this season. He's not far behind. What Benteke has? What 17?
yeah,
So the fact that Felipe Mora is even in the Golden Boot conversation this year is wild.
it's pretty wild because he didn't play soccer for almost 2 years.
I will say J-Rod also has 13 goals this year.
Literally.
J-Rod's
I
up there
think-
too.
I
Moose
think
is up there.
Portland's
too.
Yeah.
one of the only teams that all 3 or 4 of their strikers are all like in double digits.
Yeah.
Because like it's
That's Ender,
insane.
J-Rod,
It's pretty
Mora.
wild.
Yeah.
And they don't get talked about.
no, they don't.
Disrespect.
That is also wild. So Moose is like 6th. Andres Gomez, who left a month ago, is still same as Cucho. The fact that Moose has more than Cucho is kind of insane.
Yeah, well, it can come from a lot of places in Columbus, though. That's the thing.
I guess that's true.
Where it has to be Musa. It's like Kucha's like, whatever, dude. I'll just sit back and let you do it. I don't care.
Agata has the same amount as Gould. That's all I'm saying.
Not more than Facundo Torres, though. Ooh, Detroit Bad Boy would rather have
Look who
Lucas
has the
over
same
Rossi,
amount
though.
as. Look who has the same amount as him, though.
Interesting.
I forgot he even scored a goal. I didn't even know he scored a goal yet.
Who?
Kuipers.
Kuipers.
Kuipers?
He's a goat.
Kuipers.
He literally scored like every game for like 8 games.
It was like 4.
Nah,
It was like
he had a
3.
good run. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow, look at him.
1, 2. I guess decisives. One or goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 6 games.
Look at that.
There you go. What has he done since?
Scored against.
Oh wow!
FC.
Oh man! Wow!
Let's pull
Yeah,
up your
man,
guy.
He's really putting
Muriel.
Chicago over.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's see that.
Muriel's
Let's see
not
what
even
he's-
playing though, so Kuipers is starting.
Nah, he's fine. He's getting opportunities.
13 minutes, 8 minutes. Oh,
And this one he
Rest-
had 31 minutes, huh? Could have made a
look at
difference.
Boom. Look at that.
Get the heck.
Got a
outta here.
red card.
Get the heck out of here. Do you think Zach Steffen has what it takes to keep Portland Timbers from scoring in this game? Is a
No.
real question. No.
He'll try his best. He'll have like 51 AA, and then he'll
Yeah,
concede
I
the
think-
third
I
goal
think
and then
we'll
go
have
down
a-
to 20.
I think he'll have a good AA game. But
Yeah. He'll concede 3 though, so it won't matter.
That'll be fun. Player Georgies though. Player Georgies from
Player
Colorado.
Georges, player Vanders, player Santis.
that's it.
And
Bravo.
that is it. And sit back and enjoy the show, basically. Play your
Also-
attacking stacks. And
MLS All-Star Keegan Rosenberry.
hey, Keegan Roseberry hasn't been bad, to be honest.
Yeah, his scores are actually like not horrible. He gets like 50 a game.
Oh, and he's like dirt cheap. Like he's like a solid option to have like in your back pocket.
$3 for a in season.
I mean, aside from when like Colorado's getting pummeled with goals, he can sometimes get there. It's hard. Defenders are hard in the MLS. They don't defend.
Over
This
is
5 or under
This is
5?
what it takes for an MLS All-Star, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you need to put up. That's how it's done. These scores.
Yeah, basically. Those scores will get you on an MLS All-Star team. Don't you worry.
Wilfred Dante will say that guy.
Hey, if Wilfred Nance is going to say, like, I mean, who are you to deny? Who are you to deny Wilfred Nance himself? Ooh, there you go. Let's have fun with this one. Alex loves talking about this team. St.
Oh.
Louis City, one of the hottest teams in MLS right now, is hosting Minnesota United. Rest in peace, Dane St. Clair. Is it safe to say we're guaranteeing a Marcel Hartel decisive in this match? Because
Yeah.
it's getting to that point where he is undeniable.
Yeah. He's
the-
$30 for his in season. There's only
Is limited?
65. There's only 65 in season cards. That's I guess right because they just minted his.
They
in
just
cards.
minted him, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
I mean, yeah, even his like classic, yeah, it's starting to come up.
$84, $85. That's pretty wild.
The fact that the SKC guy bought a Hartel, I'm gonna always call him out on it.
He bought one. I didn't know that.
Yeah, as you can see, he's upset that we're talking about
Yeah.
this right now.
If you're gonna have pain, you may as well have a little bit of
I have zero.
sweetness to it.
I have 0 Orlando players in my gallery. I'm pretty certain.
I have 0
I ha-
Orlando players in my gallery.
I have a Brad Guzan.
No, I have one. I have Angulo.
That's just a spite. That's just out of spite.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
purposely trade my Angulo for Messi after the show.
I technically have
It's not a
one
Metroid.
former Orlando City player, Alexander Alvarado.
Hey, who sat on the bench and did absolutely nothing in Orlando, and then went back to South America and smashed.
He was like the best card at one point,
Like
and then he just fell
Alvarado,
off the earth again. I don't get it. Like he just
apparently he's back.
Yeah, he is, but he got like benched out of nowhere after having like he was the leading goal scorer in all of Ecuador. That's where he's
Yeah.
playing. Yeah. So I don't know. They won. I mean, they won the Sudamericana with that team that coached. So
El
he knew something, right?
Quito or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't figure out why the hell he got benched when he was.
It must be
so
it must be like a personal thing because yeah, in Orlando, like he was good. Like when he did get on the pitch, you were like, oh wow, this kid's great and he's silky on the ball and like all this good stuff. But he could never find his way into the first team. He could barely get off the bench. Like something about him, you could see the skill, but he just never translated for some reason. They
You know
just didn't trust him enough to.
You know what happened was I tweeted after they went on break that I called him El Rey de Ecuador, and that's when he got pitched.
So it's your fault.
Probably my fault.
It's your fault. Got it. But yeah, St. Louis City should have this in the bag. Berkey hasn't been the Berkey of old, but this kind of team has been all up in the air. I gotta tell you though, even though Simon Betcher has been great, ever since Klaus has been back coming off the bench, when Klaus comes off the bench into the game, St. Louis looks like a different team. Like Klaus might be on his way back. Maybe not this year, but maybe for next year if he still stays. The little hard sell Klaus up top. I don't know what it is, but Klaus has been having fun playing with all these new signings in the summer. They dug themselves too much of a hole, but hey, they're trying stuff now. So St. Louis is fun. Am I the only one that's like this high on St. Louis, or like is it just a me thing?
I think they've dug themselves too deep to make it into playoffs. But I think that they're that team that's doing everything right now. They just had too bad of a season to start, and it'll hopefully transition into next year. I'd be curious what they do with the coach they have, if they're going to still go after a new coach, if they'll actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're on an interim.
Yeah, they're on an interim still. So.
Hey, would it be the first time an interim played his way into a starting job? So isn't that
I
what
will
Pineda
say-
did?
Is it who?
Is that what Pineda did? Wasn't
No,
Pineda?
no. Pineda was a hire.
Who's the interim coach you guys had for a little bit?
Valentino.
Valentino.
He's the interim right now.
Like he was doing pretty good, wasn't he? Like the first time?
The first time around, he came in. I think we won every game in August or something like that. And then we hired Pineda after him. And then, he's interim again. And Garth has said like he is in consideration for the role, but I don't think it's been good enough to justify it. He's someone that I think he needs a shot at a team like Chicago is what I was saying. Give him a team that he knows that they're not expecting big results for the first year or two, but let him get his feet wet and see what he can do when it's his team from the start of the season to the end of the season. And then I think that he could really flourish. It's just that Atlanta isn't that team.
Like Pochettino with an international job.
Exactly. All right, do you guys want a little piece of trivia?
Oh, a little trivia. Yeah,
So
shoot
I
it.
actually own a rare card, and he's a legend for all three of our teams. Can you guys guess who that is?
Mark Shea.
No.
A legend
guessed
for
that.
all three of our teams. Oh, Dom Dwyer.
Oh yeah, Dom. Yeah.
Dom. Look at that.
Yeah. Dom freaking Dwyer. I
And
have his
can you guess
number
who
one
he-
limited.
Can you guess who he plays for now?
Nobody.
I think he's West Coast somewhere, like Oakland Roots or something.
Isn't it? Oh, is
Got
he
it.
in the USL
Oakland
now?
Roots. Oakland
Yeah.
Roots. That's right.
Oh, not Dom Dwyer in the USL. I mean, I guess he won a trophy with us in the USL too, or whatever it is. Whatever. Dom Dwyer, local hero. Why would he do that to Sidney Leroux? I can't believe it. Well, whatever it did.
Yeah, kind of.
Whatever. Do we have anything to say out of Minnesota United outside of Robin Lod?
No.
Like that's it, right? Like you could still play him out there.
They have players on their team.
Yeah, they have players.
Why did they sign Pookie?
Wow, Pookie might be up there for one of like the busts of MLS.
Underrated, but
They haven't even given him a chance. That's what
They
I
gave him a
read
chance at
is.
the beginning of the season,
and he was
and
like
he
doing
just
all right.
failed.
He was doing
Yeah.
all right.
But like,
How many
why
goals
did-
did he? How many goals did he have this year?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Rest in
All right,
peace.
for
Pookie, man.
Minnesota, he has 14 goals, and most of them came at
Last year.
the
Yeah,
la-
last year.
end of last year.
last year? And then
You had 4 in one game against LA Galaxy.
yeah.
Never forget that.
Oh yeah.
That was
I remember
incredible. I remember watching that.
Like he's just.
But if we go to this season,
Yeah,
4 goals.
Pookie. Yeah, Pookie's one of those like busts that no one really talks about. But it's like,
But,
oh
like-
yeah, Timo Pookie's still here.
But go down real quick, because how many of those games at the beginning of the season was he actually starting?
he was the starter. He was the starter to start, and then Oluwase bumped him out of the spot.
Oh yeah.
Like, go to this game. I bet Oluwase scores.
Yeah. Hey, Robin Lod, baby.
He's a designated player too.
I think
right?
he scored in this one too. Did he not? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man. Tough scenes for Timo Pookie, man. R.I.P.
I thought
Minnesota.
he'd be better. I thought he'd be like a Benteke-esque signing.
I did too. Well, because like you were showing at the end of last year with like all those decisives, like he looked really strong in the team. Like his hold up play, everything, like almost like a false nine, letting everything play around him, especially with Reynoso. He would just come hold up the ball and let everybody do it was Bongi and Reynoso just around him, and it was great.
But that's also actually, that was after they fired their last coach too. That he was doing really well.
Yeah, weird stuff. But hey, it happens sometimes. People come over here, think they're just gonna come over here and win the league with a cigarette in their mouth. LOL, I'm looking at you, fucking. You know who I'm talking about. What's this? I don't even remember. What's his name?
It's in you.
No, Miami. Fucking.
Who are you talking about?
Well, that freaking the stupid striker in Miami. His brother
Gonzalo
was over here, too.
Higuain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gonzalo
Higuain.
Higuain. He literally came. He was like, "Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna come to the league and win the league with a cigarette in my mouth."
He was like, it's actually hard.
Can't
Shout out,
get firmer-
shout out Federico Higuain though, the real Higuain.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only good Higuain. Oh man, fuck Miami. All right, moving on. Let's get through these dang things.
Ooh,
Houston
what a
Dynamo
game.
are hosting RSL. Who are rerunning those Houston Dynamo stacks back? Okay,
Kowalczyk up
if
top.
LAFC can't get there and get it done, then how the heck is this RSL team going to get it done? When Chicho's questionable, they sold Andres Gomez. Yikes! And Gavin Beavers is now the starter. If that tells you anything.
I think
That's not a bad
I think
thing.
Luna could step up for this game. Diogo. I don't know how
Goncalves.
I don't know how that's pronounced, but
Goncalves.
he really hasn't shown much yet. But I think maybe I think they could show up this game. I think the LAFC game was what their 9th game or something in a pretty short span. So and they were missing a lot of people. So that one I don't really look too much into it. I kind of expected that to be a 0-0
we all kind
draw.
of predicted that because they were
Yeah.
missing literally everybody due to international. And
But it
After an
is
insane
Houston. It is September.
Mhm.
It's nice and swampy.
Exactly. Perfect climate.
Yeah.
Actually, are they even gonna play?
Okay,
Isn't
don't
there a
say that.
hurricane? Isn't there a hurricane running
Oh,
through
now you're making me
Louisiana,
look
Texas
this
right
up.
now?
Fuck.
I just thought about that. I was like, wait a second.
Does that mean it's gonna hit us in Georgia or no?
No, it's going up. It's
going, like,
going
in
up through
between.
Louisiana.
Okay, so it is moving east. Because Houston's on the east side of Texas, isn't it?
I'm pulling up
It's the southeast.
I'm pulling up Noah.
I just thought about it. I was like, wait a second. Don't do this to me
No.
again.
Good.
I'm pulling up my my 5th grade. We used to do this for class every time. Look at the Hurricane Center. I'm pulling it up.
Bro, I have the Hurricane Center on freaking bookmarked.
Oh,
Living over here in Florida.
It's a tropical depression now, and it's just over Louisiana.
Oh, okay. It's already gone.
Mississippi.
Perfect. Perfect.
But look, there's a 30% chance of cyclone formation right there, and a little tropical depression right there.
Oh yeah, trust me. I'm already getting phone calls about him. It is not
I think
great over
we're
here.
good.
All right, well,
On
never
the
mind.
Houston.
Yeah,
Oh,
run your
uh-oh.
Houston Dynamo stacks out. Do the thing. Run it back. Houston, the Fighting Ben Olsons. I don't know, man. Real Salt Lake's just like on a free fall. It just
Is
hasn't been
Brooke-
great.
Is Brooke the new player they brought in?
Who was it?
The one in the go back to RSL for his first name.
Which one?
L Brook.
Yeah,
Oh,
they just brought
yes.
him in.
How's he been doing? Has he even played?
This might be his first game.
Yeah, I think he's played once.
So he got a sub appearance and a start. I mean, 14 AA.
It's not bad.
That's not
That's
horrible.
not terrible.
Just get Matty Crooks.
Yeah,
But
Matt
what's-
Crooks
I
is
think
not
I
great.
I can see RSL coming out and doing it well. I think this maybe ends up as a tie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little cheeky 1-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need Luna to at least be decent.
Dude,
I'm-
freaking
I'm saying
Luna,
this.
man.
I'm saying this hopefully.
He's looked good the last few games. He had
Yeah.
60 with just
He
AA.
just needs to get that decisive.
It's been a roller coaster of a season for him, though. Like, he started off weird. He got snubbed off the Olympic team. Like, it was just like a weird.
Someone just needs to say something really bad about him because that's how he responded the last time. I think that's when he put up like the 90 or the 70, 83, 90.
All right, here,
It's
you're
like,
the guy. Do it right now.
Yeah.
let's just talk shit and be like, wow, Luda's. Oh man, he's done. No wonder the U.S. didn't want him. I don't even think whatever's other was in Mexico. Yeah, I bet you they don't even want him. Don't do anything, Luda. You
Yeah.
heard it from me.
Yeah, you tell him.
What'd you say?
All
All right. right.
Go score 3 goals, please.
Player Diego Luna, hat trick incoming, all right? Tom's the MLS over. Scout said so.
Clip that chat.
Yo, chat, clip that.
Clip it, chat.
Yeah, RSL, man, like they're so promising sometimes. They never get it done. The Houston Dynamo, yeah, they're at home on fire. Rest in peace, and Nolly, the little young winger that they brought in. Oh well, all right.
He's a midfielder though.
He was a winger.
He played midfield all this year though.
I mean, he only played like 3 games. Yeah, how do we
You're
feel
talking
about
Anelli?
Ezekiel Ponce?
You said Anelli? You said
Oh, yeah,
Anelli?
scored. I didn't know he
Well,
scored.
yeah. Well, Houston brought in Anelli also. Not
Oh, I
Anelli,
didn't know that. I didn't know
Anelli.
that. I thought you were talking about Anelli.
He did his ACL or something like that, and he's already out for the
Yeah.
season.
They were talking shit about the LAFC field. They were
Oh,
saying that's the
yeah.
reason why.
Yeah.
Which Ben Olsen has gone in on that field before.
Multiple people have.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who does play for Houston still though? Maybe they give him a little chance here. Mackenzie Gaines.
Hey,
That is
rare.
true. That is true. The promising little player there.
And Brooklyn Reigns.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Brooklyn.
Love me
Reigns.
some Brooklyn Reigns. Yeah, have you guys watched Houston? Have you seen Ponce? Like, how do you guys feel about Ezekiel Ponce?
I haven't had a chance to watch.
I watch Houston for the defense, and I'm on my phone when they're attacking. So, yeah.
Will they concede this goal?
Exactly. I have HH, so if there's a set piece, I'll watch. But
Steve Clark, don't let me down, please.
he hasn't. He's winning me awards, so that's a good
It's
thing.
good.
Dude, man. Oh, and Franco Escobar, dang freaking suspended for this weekend. Maybe I'm gonna have to buy a Mikhail. Son of a gun.
Get Sviatchenko. He's like $2. I promise you won't regret it. I've had him all year, and he's been beautiful.
Okay, all right. We'll see. But yeah, run out your Houston stacks against RSL, struggling RSL team, and hope for the best. And this one, oh man, did I really save this one for last?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go.
Oh,
Wait, you didn't do
God.
us. You didn't do us.
Yeah, there's a game Sunday you haven't talked about.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
game on
You didn't do
Sunday.
us. You didn't know. Yeah, we're at 6:45.
Holy smokes! All right, now let's Chicago Fire at the Red Bulls. Forsberg is almost back. They tweeted Forsberg is going to be back
No,
in a
he's
game or
not.
two.
Are you
Yes,
are
he
you
is.
believing them?
Yes, they tweeted it. They said he's going to be back soon, either
They
for
got-
NYCFC or Atlanta.
They
I think
got
you
you
guys
too.
played
I
that
think
too,
they
too,
said
don't
maybe for Atlanta. Maybe for Atlanta.
They got you
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They tapped into both of you. You think he's coming back?
Oh, come on, man.
Delusion.
The kids are back in school. What does
He
he have
doesn't
to do, bro?
exist. Forsberg doesn't exist. He despawned. He's also $17 for a rare.
Oh, that might be
Out
a
of
cheeky little
pure
pickup.
spite of this Red Bulls team, I will not ever pick him up.
Yeah, Red Bulls suck. Should have won
It's like-
last week.
I hate watching them. I hate playing.
They're so fucking horrible to watch. I turned off the game and Sporting was playing. And I
Yeah,
turned
Red
it
Bulls
off.
are just
I didn't
chaos,
even
man.
want to watch when Atlanta plays them because we just bunker and hope for a 1-0.
Red Bulls will get it out of you, man. They're just one
Look
of
what
those
they're doing to
teams-
the field I love. Look what they're doing to the field I love. Putting a Jayhawk on that thing.
Probably making it better.
Shut up.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything on this Chicago Fire hosting Red Bulls thing? It's just really like go out there and have some fun.
Soccer will be played. Balls will be kicked.
This game might go for 190 minutes, and we wouldn't be able to tell because we're not going to watch it.
I was
Duels will
saying
be-
nobody would notice.
Duels will. Duels will be lost. Duels will be won.
Yep. A lot of gang pressing over here.
Oh, the gang pressing.
All the gang pressing. All the Chris Brady's being played.
So there's a Sunday game. You say, oh, snap! Seattle Sounders hosting Sporting Kansas City. Let's talk about how Seattle Sounders is going to give Rusnak another hat trick in this game.
Probably. I'm playing him with
Probably.
Cryo.
Yeah, how do you feel?
No Davis. He's red card. We're still missing our other guy. Caden Pierre's gone and actually might start this week for Genk. Which is
Agata's out too, right?
Agata, is it a
Should be
2-game
back, right?
suspension? It was only a 1 game. I
Was
think.
this second red, right? He's got.
No, he's possible to
He's
play. Will he
Okay.
play after Polito scored? Probably not.
Yeah.
Is it Polito season again?
Until he doesn't score and Agata does. So in like 2 weeks, in a week, he'll be back. But everything else here looks pretty good. It'll be Bassong, Voltaire in the midfields, Tommy at midfield, at the attacking midfield, Shallowy Russell, unless they decide to play Frifa, but he's coming back from international, so wouldn't think he would play. And then probably Leibold at left back because Ndembe is injured right now. So
Again?
that looks good to me. It's just a tweak. It's a hamstring tweak. and he tore his ACL, so it's different. And then besides that, on the other side, it's the main story from this game is the toss-up between Fry and Thomas, and who's going to get the clean sheet.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle stacks are looking pretty juicy for this weekend. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that Roos stack is being captained for sure, and Yamar is also being played.
And Jordan Morris apparently isn't going to fall off like in other previous years. Like Jordan Morris has stayed consistent all
you said it, he's going to.
Good. Fantastic. I sold him and then he just took off and then just didn't stop scoring. So you're welcome, everybody, all you JMO holders.
How many goals does he have this year in the MLS? He has 11. That's actually not that horrible.
For Jordan Morris, that's great.
That's pretty good.
A great season for
That's
Jordan
one of his
Morris.
better seasons, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing it, and he's getting a little bit of AA in the process too. It's not great, but for MLS, it's actually pretty decent.
He had that run before Leagues Cup. That was like the nutty run.
Yeah.
That was what he was like.
Yeah. But yeah, Seattle has a really good matchup too. I would say. I would like to say that run your Seattle's back. Obed Vargas back from international, so that'll help him a lot too.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's had a great season.
What's y'all's feeling? Frey or Thomas? Frey.
I think Fry. The fact that they're saying that there's optimism around him being available, they wouldn't say that he would be playing. They aren't going to bench Fry. They're not going to have him on the bench.
It's at Seattle, right?
Yes, it's at home.
Seattle.
Okay,
So
I would say Fry.
Yeah, he's been there training. It makes sense for Fry. I haven't been like a low prio rare team.
Yeah, that would be my suggestion is like don't put him in a priority lineup if you think you have a better goalkeeper defender stack, or if you just have a better goalkeeper.
Like the sixth best MLS goalkeeper to play this week, but if he was guaranteed to start, he'd be like the second best.
Yeah, it's definitely a gamble. But yeah, maybe lean a little bit more. Like you said, if they're announcing that he's like good to go, it's not like forward or whatever he's going to be running around. He's going to be in goal, at home. So it's a pretty safe
he's
shot.
dealt with these short-term injuries before and came back pretty quickly. So
yeah.
Here's the latest update from Stephen Fry himself. Happy Wrinkle Wednesday.
Oh, thanks, Fry.
Appreciate it, Stephen. And this is
Honestly,
actually Stephen Fry, by the way.
There's
a
going
dog
to
in
be
a hoodie, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That is kind of that's like the OG. Content. That's like the OG MLS hoodie with the Adidas logo on the back. I have one of those. That's sick.
That is top tier content. I'm not gonna lie. Dog in a hoodie.
I don't know if there's going to be a press conference because either it's happening right now or it's happening at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Because 3 hours behind us. So
luckily for us MLS boys, we get our press conferences after game week lock on Friday morning.
This is true. He also does. They all have a game on Wednesday, so they have a quick turnaround.
Oh, do they?
So that could lead to maybe Thomas starts. They give him a little bit extra time, or they play him now and Thomas starts. I don't think they will. I don't think Fry will start both. So crazier things have happened.
Pour one out for Jack.
Yeah, pour one out for Jack.
I'm trying to get the Blues to go again.
All I'm gonna say, Jack, is why not both?
Both.
Just hedge your bets, maybe. I don't. That's a tough one, man. Unfortunately, that's just a tough one.
Trade them both for Kalina.
Yes, I would definitely.
That's actually not a horrendous idea.
That's not. It's not. No, it is not. But yeah, dude, that's the MLS weekend. It only took us an hour and 38 minutes to get here.
Plus another show before this.
Yeah. Plus the Road to Glory show where we were doing all the pack openings. Look, 3 hours of content for you guys not to watch. We love it. We love it here. I'm just kidding. You guys are incredible. Every single one of you. It's gonna be a wild weekend. MLS is here. It's the final stretch, man. A lot of these teams, the teams that are at the bottom that have no shot, they're kind of just tinkering, playing around with things, trying to see who's going to be back. And some of the teams at the top are really pushing for this playoff, pushing for a home playoff match. Not only do you get one, but you get two nowadays because the first round of the playoffs is best of three because MLS likes to collect that ticket money, baby. So more games for us, more games for y'all, more shenanigans. But hey, that's extra utility for our Sorare cards. And we love that because if not, then apparently they're dead. Since everybody just likes to say that everything's dead here. Classic's not dead. You're just lame. Thomas, do you have anything else for these people? Do you have anything else to say? Anything else you want to let them know? Any more thoughts floating around that noggin before we get out of here?
That be ready to drink lots of beer this weekend.
Oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, and anybody who is still watching now, if you are in the Atlanta area, maybe thinking about going to Atlanta, Nashville, hit us up. We're going to be in town. We're going to be hanging out. The Sits boys, Thomas, some other fun people. So our MLB players are going to be there. We're all going to hang out at the Brewhouse Cafe. Is that what it's called? Brewhouse Cafe?
Just the brew house,
Yep.
you know.
We're going to be at the Brewhouse in Atlanta, hanging out, watching some footy, watching some Premier League in the afternoon, and then heading over to the Atlanta United. So, hey, if you're in the area, you want to come hang out with some Sorare managers, do that. Come hang out. I can't wait to meet some of y'all. Alex, do you have anything else for these lovely people?
All I'm gonna say is, this week we beat the PSV stacks. I'm telling you, this is the week. Play what you got. There's some really good matchups this week.
We overthrow our PSV overlords.
Exactly. I think if we all like hack into their accounts, we can delete all their players. So then there's no PSV players.
You see what happens is
PSV.
everyone's super excited. They're on a high. Everybody is rolling high into the weekend with their shiny new cards that move, dynamic images, freaking lavas and shit. And guess what? We're going to piss on their parade with our MLS cards, baby. Let's go. That's how we do it. So rare in the States. Who needs the Euro boys when we have Cucho, Lucho? Yeah, you have Cucho and Lucho, baby. That's what's up. We'll see you guys at the beginning of next week. Some recaps, some road to glories. Maybe we'll be ripping more packs, cracking some essence with the boys, and we will catch you on the flip side. Bob, dude, another show. We just
He's here.
We just wrapped it up, man.
Yeah. You got to go back.
Bob, we're doing it. We're grinding over here. Everyone's talking about So Rare. So hey, we're gonna jump in and get a little of those trickly watchers. Look, I love the MLS. So if you love the MLS, you're in the right place. Bob Flynn is a legend. Go follow him if you want to win. Bob Flynn is a real, true winner. I guess we do have to stay along with Bob Flynn's here.
I mean,
Yep.
Bob, what do you want to talk about?
Someone's asking to show our lineups.
Oh, there you go. All right.
And the Canadian Premier League table looks very revealing.
Stop.
Actually, I'd love to hear what you're rolling with for the Mbappe FC special.
Yeah, I'm not going limited. I don't know if I'm I'm
not putting a limited.
minority. I'm not.
Are
Going
Ray Mbappe eliminating it?
All right, here. Who wants to go? Thomas, you go first.
Hey, I got you.
Ho.
I will.
Bob.
I
got you.
I made a
Get Bob
slideshow.
Flynn in here. Share some lineups.
Let's share screen.
Hitting you up on Twitter, Bob. On the
Where
X
am I?
machine. Are we gonna get a Bob appearance? Let's go.
Huge.
This
This is
is-
unexpected.
This is what the people come for, baby.
There we go.
Who needs Thursday Night Football? Thursday Night Bob
Dude,
Flynn.
go check out Bob Flynn on Quinny's stream. Quinny did a superstar stream the other night. Bob
Yep.
Flynn was in the house.
All right. You got it. Y'all see it?
Are we going lineup
Represent-
for lineup? Are we going lineup
Yeah.
for lineup? Everybody
I'll
show
just
their
got,
Mbappe.
I'll hit on the ones I'll talk
All right.
about. So for Mbappe, I'm going with pretty solid Liverpool stack, and then we have Dembele captain, and then I went with Mikel. I need to check the actual status of some of these players because I know some of them is coming back from international break. But I just was like, what do I think is the best lineup with the best players? I'll do a double check before tomorrow morning. I'm not as concerned about this lineup. I mean, all you have to do is hit 400, right? That's the only thing that matters here. I'm not trying to get to whatever the top of this is when there are 67,000 entries.
There's like
Yeah.
1,200 cards or something like that.
Yeah. We could ignore these teams. These are my trash lineups. This one's interesting. I have to play him here because he's playing in Champions League.
Oh, he's really good.
Yeah, I won him. I won him with the Nashville stack, I believe. Or it was a Fiorentina stack. This is a trash lineup. I'm just sticking him there, see what happens. This is sort of I don't know anywhere else. Yeah.
Is that Jorge Sanchez? Was that Jorge Sanchez up there?
No, I'm right here. Hello.
Yeah, right here. Or Jorge. Yeah.
Damn, if I win the Mbappe Cup, I'm flying to Europe to meet him.
Just blindfold
Yeah.
yourself. Then
Yeah.
he'll have to meet you.
I bought this. I really like Baltazar as a player. I bought his card. The idea that he'll go to maybe even Inter Miami or something in the future. Atlanta was.
That was the dude at the beginning of the season you were talking about.
Yeah, Atlanta was scouting him pretty hard. So I was going to see. This is probably my best 270 lineup.
That's it.
Yeah,
Let me see.
that'd be fun.
Ooh, little Gregerson and shout.
Yeah, I had Ayrton here, and then Ayrton
plays for Flamengo. I think he's out. Look at that.
We got Bob outside.
Let's go.
Say, just finished the workout or something, bud?
Oh, dude, this is my bedtime stuff, man. I'm old. Holy cow.
The sun's still out.
I need the proper shade on my face. My makeup's not done, you know. All
Dude,
this
you're
stuff.
glowing.
Oh, I know. It's my lights. My dog's running around looking at me like, why can't we go inside and watch the football game? So
That's right.
Yeah.
There's NFL on tonight.
There's a
wait,
night.
so who are you guys playing in this Mbappe competition? That's what I'm here for, man.
Yeah, I'm going with Salah, Trent, and Becker and Allison for them, and then I got Dembele and Elise.
Jorge, what are you going with?
I haven't even looked at the dang thing.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna lie. So
Okay, come on now, content
Well-
creators, let's do this, man.
yeah, I can't use MLS cards, so I don't know what's going on. I don't even.
Ooh,
Who the
true.
heck is Dembele?
Hey, you can pick Caleb Wiley.
I'm running.
That's not that bad of a shout.
I'm only running MLS players that move to Europe. That's it.
There you go.
That's
Run a
all.
Almiron,
Hayden Pierre.
Caleb Wiley. I think that's all I can think of.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Uh,
Pulisic, even though he didn't come from the U.S., just run him.
I'll show you all my
Oh, where'd
favorite
Bob
lineup,
go?
and then
Bob's
I'll-
on.
my two favorite lineups. So these are actually my two favorite lineups of the weekend. This one I'm excited for because I won to Dylan as a tier 3 goalie, and then he actually won the job. And I was like, you know what? These guys, I think he was like $6, $12 for in-season new rare cards. Let's do it. It's Division 4. The threshold's low. The expectations are high. So why not? And then, yeah, we got the LAFC stack with Luna and Lucho. So this one, I feel like maybe not this weekend, but it could potentially hit any weekend, something like this.
Do we know them? Let me look at Murillo because we brought up LAFC, but I feel like honestly, Murillo might be the play when you have Lloris healthy,
Bob,
when you have him healthy.
what's the
yeah.
Mbappe stretch? Bob's a winner. All right. I don't
Yeah,
care
I
what
wanna
y'all
hear
got to
Bob.
say.
Yeah, where's Bob?
Bob's the winner
So-
here.
I mean, I have all these comments from when like comments was a thing, right?
Bye,
Okay,
Bob.
bye.
And I'm disconnecting because why wouldn't that be? Ellison, Gvardiol, Hakimi is my extra,
Ooh.
Holland, and then my one limited card is Kimmich because I'm a prick.
So Holland's interesting because he's not someone that's necessarily always going to get you the highest scores, is what my thought was.
But I mean, at the end of the day, if those 5 guys aren't going to get me 400 points, then no one is. So
Yeah.
I just don't, I think that Holland was not great in the international break, and he's playing Brentford. Brentford's been playing fine, but they're at home. And honestly, like Flecken's probably still going to score like 45 points because he's going to have to make 62 saves. And it's just kind of how these things go. And I'm willing to take a chance that Pinnock will get lazy and take somebody down and give Holland a PK. I mean, at the end of the day, I just want to hit 400 points. That's all that really matters.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
team, like Holland, I was one of the first people that bought Holland in limited, and holy hell, that was like 0.9 ETH back in the day. Like that is utterly crazy. Now, I sold that card because he just doesn't have the peaks enough. He like you said, man, like Thomas, he's like 60 or kind of lost in a lot of cases. And like I love watching him. I think he's fantastic. My wife loves watching him. It's a lot of fun, but it wasn't a card that I felt comfortable owning. I want those guys that can hit 100. Now, if I happen to have a Cole Palmer forward card, I would play him in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Because I think personally that is the best card on the platform. He's just
Not too late to buy one. He's like,
No, he's
nope.
going to buy one. He's going to buy one.
Whoosh. Yeah, I just put Palmer in my FBL team.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's how I'm going. Like, but MLS, I'm looking forward to what is this, El Trafico again?
Yeah.
And
Yep. Hell is
my
real,
team's-
El Trafico.
I mean, honestly, like I have a full LAFC stack. I have a full Galaxy stack. It sucks to paint those out, but what are you gonna do? I don't even know where they're gonna go, and honestly, that game is usually difficult. So I'll go with tried and true guys. The Jordi Albas of the world and the Kai Wagners and Evanders. Because like I was saying on the stream yesterday with Quinny and the guys, MLS is the most fun league to watch, and those guys can score like no other. Like,
Oh, it's a gold mine, man.
You tell him, Bob. You tell the people.
Give me Diego Rossi and Cucho, and the problem is I can't find enough spots to put these guys. You know, and that's the reality of the situation. So it's a little different, but I don't know.
Well,
I'm trying to get more and more into these things.
Yeah. I'll just like add, like I've been getting a little statsy lately. I ran this model. It's called like a K nearest neighbors model, where you're trying to like basically group people by similar characteristics. And what I loved was when I ran this model and I looked at Salah, I looked at Yamal, I looked at all the big players. There is always an MLS player in that like 10 closest neighbors realm that was like, yeah, like this player has similar stats and performance to this, banger over here, right? So yeah, it's we preach over here.
Hey, 100's 100. Don't matter where it came from.
Exactly.
It's 100.
Exactly. And honestly, Challenger is a really fun league to watch, guys. Like, we all know this. I mean, MLS is there, but I mean, I have sporting guys like Jokeres, like I said yesterday. But you get some guys in Jupiler League and the Eredivisie that are just killers on the pitch, and it's incredible how nuts the scores are, and the games are fun. I mean, I never thought I'd find myself waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to watch a random game in Belgium. Like, why?
Because it's so rare.
Well, yeah, and I mean, but I'm also staying up till midnight watching El Tráfico.
Right?
Like,
God.
Yeah, and it's awesome. But I mean, I don't know. I wish MLS Cup was not in California this year. I mean, I think that's where it is, right, Alex?
It's I believe it's the highest seed.
Yeah, so it's the highest seed.
It
might be in Miami, Bob.
So, Jorge, if it's in Miami, then I will definitely get Sorare to pay for us to go.
Yes.
So, I'm putting out promises that I can't keep it for me, but like we'll figure these things out.
It's all right, man. I got places. I'll house a bunch of y'all. We'll just take the train down.
I'll skip my exams. I'll make it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh man, tests. I remember what that was like. Good luck with that, dude. I'm too dumb and old to take tests at this point.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it now, so I don't have to later.
I gotta run to dinner, y'all. It's ready.
Daniel, you already liked Bob. Let's be real. Thomas, shout out to you for hopping on, being a real one. Always welcome. Go follow the MLS Sorare Scout. He has the charts. He has the data. He has all the good stuff.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
See ya. Of course. See you this weekend. Bob.
Yo.
All right. You want to see my Mbappe team?
What you got?
So I'm running no common. So I went Allison, Hakimi, Musiala, went Yamal, and then I had to throw the man himself in there because I feel like if you're going to play the Mbappe competition, you got to play Mbappe with the special jersey on. Again, if this doesn't score 400, there's no hope.
Alex, would you rather go Yamal, Mbappe?
Bye.
Is he going to say Haaland, Mbappe?
Who needs Mbappe when you could buy?
Because I have Haaland. I have Dembele.
Yep.
I have Rafinha. I have a couple other guys.
You know what? I don't like Haaland enough. Like, talking about this out loud, like, I might put Yamal or somebody like that or Mbappe in his own competition. Who knows?
Yeah. My weird one was, who am I going to throw at midfield? And Musiala just sort of stuck out with the matchup because almost fantastic, but De Bruyne, in and out. But Musiala plays like the team who just got promoted. So it's just like, it makes sense for him to play in.
Can we win cards or money or something like that if you come in the top of this competition, or is it just
so here's the leaderboard. So it's top 500 get cards, and then top 10% get boxes.
Gotcha. Okay.
How many people are in so far? 67?
67,000.
Alex, this is why I really think you kind of need a stud limited to captain because you have to max that out, right? You need
exactly
like people that get boxes are going to have that limited to score 100. Like there's just no doubt about it. And so I told my friends that I wasn't going to buy a card for this. But I was like, I have this money sitting in my ETH wallet and like I don't have any cosmetics to buy, I don't have any other microtransactions, so I might as well buy something,
Right. Hey, we got to spend money to keep the platform alive, baby.
Hey, this is true, man. This is true. I mean, I got so excited ripping cards today that I started putting together a Bundesliga 2 stack of Dusseldorf. So, like, I have issues.
Hey.
That's awesome.
How'd your rips go, Bob? Did you get anything good?
Dude, I got a rare lightning Eze, So that's awesome.
Ooh,
Got a special edition Kanate limited,
nice.
and two of my favorite super rares, Johnny Placida, who we talked about yesterday on the stream, and then Tiffany from Dundee. I got those as super rare specials. So I'm pretty
Nice.
pumped. You know,
That's sick.
my
That Placide bet's got to be sick.
It's awesome, dude. My thing is, I have an entire Southampton collection, and Southampton and Sporting have not been released yet with pictures and stuff. So I still have 30, 35 cards left to rip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So,
Okay. I've been talking about these rare cards, but this
Yeah.
lightning rare card,
dude,
whew, that's a
that's
pretty
the one
card,
right
Bob.
there, man. Like that one and the Placide and the Tiffany. I actually think the Tiffany and the Simon Murray super rares just look so
Oh, that
good.
Tiffany is sick. I'm looking at it now. Yeah.
Like I was jacked, man. I saw the stuff coming through. I was like, yo, yes. And I only had like 6 super rares to open, and like I got 2 of them right away. I was like, this is gonna be fantastic. And then only 2 more came. But I was like, as long as they're good people, you know?
Dude, the super rares are so pretty,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, dude. I mean the dark blue on the blue, I think that I actually, as a sick person that I am, I went on the auctions and I went on the secondary market looking for unopened Dundee cards just because I think they look so freaking cool.
See, what did I tell you? People were going to start going after those unopened
Exactly.
packs because they're
They're
just
gonna-
going to want to rip them.
They'll
Yeah,
pull
I
one
got-
special edition and want to get a few more because they like them. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Bob.
I feel like his phone is just going to sleep.
Yeah. Is he on low power mode?
Ah, there we are.
All right.
Hello.
No, I don't have great Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
get
That
cut
makes
in
sense.
and out. So, yep. But on that note, my wife is probably like, "Why the hell?"
He's like, who the heck is he talking to?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go make some popcorn. I might eat some fun supplements and watch a little football tonight, boys.
You got some parlays going?
Oh, I don't. Believe it or not, dude, I don't gamble. At all. I don't do any of that stuff.
Okay.
So it's my fantasy football league that my wife and I are in. I've got 4 guys going tonight. So
Yep. I've got
Gotta pay
Alan.
attention.
Got it.
Who's
He's
playing
going
tonight?
to do well.
it's the Bills and the
Dolphins,
Jets. Yep. So
Dolphins, Bills.
I've got Allen, Dalton Kincaid, Jalen Waddle, and the Bills defense. So
Yep.
And shout out to my buddy It's Gusto, who is a good friend of Dalton Kincaid. So Dalton Kincaid is now like one of my favorite players in the world. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Should be in for a big one tonight too.
Absolutely. Anyway, boys, thanks for letting me hop on here. Jorge, we'll do this again, man.
Dude,
For sure.
always, man.
Later,
You're always
gentlemen.
available. Just whenever you feel like stopping by, you let us know.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Bob.
Have a good night, Bob.
Peace.
What a nice little
That was
surprise
a great
from Bob.
little ending. Wow.
Oh, Bobbity Bob.
We're doing the full Bob Flynn
Dude,
episode.
that was a great
soon.
little ending. And yeah, Daniel Cooper was bringing up the Lightning Nicola Storm. It's not loading. What?
That's kind of sick. Storm.
Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Storm and Storm.
Nicola Storm with the lightning in the back.
How much is
This
he?
low
Hold
key is an awesome card. I'm
up.
not
That's
gonna
so
lie,
sick.
Chief.
Is there one up for sale?
No, these are just the cards. Also, I saw someone mention it earlier about the stadium ones. So
Yeah.
I haven't really looked at like what's available.
I saw
Dude,
Griezmann. Griezmann has one.
these are cool. The stadium ones, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, here. Where's the
Not
Griezmann
gonna lie.
one that I saw? This is the one that I wanted to buy if I were to buy one. This one here. Here it is.
So, do you see yourself, and especially for SKC, and I mean, we'll go. I got to get dinner eventually too. My phone's starting to blow up. Do you see yourself going for like full rainbows of people? Like, say, like Johnny Russell. Like, you remember you bought that like Johnny Russell special like randomly the other day. Like, would
Yeah.
you buy like the full set of like Johnny
Yes.
Russells or like whatever
For
your favorite player is?
sporting, my goal is to have one special edition of each guy. Maybe not all of them, but one special edition. Maybe of like the lower,
Yeah.
cheaper guys who are my favorites. I'll go for a couple more specials, but I want to have at least one of each. So next season, this is for people who are listening now.
Yeah.
If you have any Sporting KC or Orlando special edition cards that you don't want, or this
Come
guy,
hit us up, bro.
this guy,
Yeah.
and this guy, I want them. Please let us know.
Which, granted, just for anything, if you guys ever pull like a cool like Orlando City card special, I will 100% buy it off you. Just be nice on the price. All right.
For sure. Yeah. If you get a player
I will
edition
say though,
somehow,
and
let me know.
anytime that I pull up So Rare right now in the marketplace, it is lagging the crap out of my computer. And I know like I'm
The game
streaming,
is
I have like a
definitely-
million windows up and stuff. Like it is going a lot, but yeah, just trying to look at those storm cards. My computer's not liking it too much. So
Yep.
It'll be fun though. Hey, it's exciting. It's an exciting time. We said on the last stream, if you guys are still here watching it, whatever, we did a Road to Glory earlier in the day, where we ripped a bunch of packs. I keep calling them packs, but they're just cards. Ripped open a bunch of cards, went through some thing, cracked some essence, did all that fun stuff. So you guys can go check that out. We did a little bit of that. And then, yeah, we had this preview right here, which is now at 2 hours, dear Lord. But there's 91 of you sickos watching this. So I appreciate every single one of you. Good luck with your MLS cards this weekend. One soon, our shiny, fancy early access cards will be around the corner. February is not that far away. MLS Cup is around the corner. Shout out to Bob Flynn for chiming in. Shout out to anybody who's watching this. And hey, we'll see you next week. And again, if you're in the Atlanta area, come hang out with us. We will be in Atlanta, going to Atlanta United, going to the Benz. So we will be there, and y'all are great. Have fun with your rips. Win some
Win
fun
big.
stuff this weekend. Win big. Win it all. Just right below me, though. Okay? That's what it is.
Second place, you got it.
Exactly. Y'all have a good night. Be easy. Good